Ladies love the skin.
Ow.
Bring it a little bit closer. The good skin, that is. That's why having a proper skincare routine is very important, and you need to feel the teach. The process is so easy, just 4 steps. You got your daily face wash. That's going to clean your face up nice and right. You got your exfoliator scrub. That's going to open up your pores. You got your AM moisturizer with the SPM 20, which is going to protect you from the sun. You also got your PM moisturizer, which is going to make sure your skin is protected throughout the night. Tej has tons of reviews from dedicated customers across the world. I know I said a lot, but it's okay, because guess what? It comes with an instruction card to explain to you in detail what to do morning and night. And because Tej is a sponsor, they're offering my family 30% off along with a free gift. Just click that link that's in the description and feel the Tej.
Wait. I know what you're going to say. I'm not a man and I don't have a beard, but he does. And so does he. I have 3 points for you that's going to help you grow your beard, and not just grow it, but hydrate it, allow it to come in healthy and shiny, and be able to groom it properly without all the flaking and the itchiness that sometimes comes with grooming the beard. Okay, number 1, be patient and consistent. Number 2, resist the urge to trim and shape your beard for the first 4 to 6 weeks. Number 3, don't hesitate to start now using products.
Just gotta take a moment to see. Oh, my beard looking so good. Man. I'll make sure y'all click that link.
Please tune in to our next video. We're going to give you more value, more information, and don't forget to purchase our products online at assuredmannaturals.com. There you can get 15% off when you use code Lapeef15, and we'll see you in the next video.
What's going on, family? Welcome to Lapeef Network. Trev Smooth, Jasmine, Eric, Sweet, Lauren, Sierra, Mr. Let Go. Got a couple more people supposed to be coming through. I guess having internet issues. What's going on, family? How y'all doing?
Doing all right.
Doing good.
Y'all doing good?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Lauren, your camera looking a little foggy there. I don't know if you want to take the little cloth and see if you can go across the camera.
First of all,
Okay. Got a little bit better,
You using an iPhone?
yeah, I'm a computer, work computer.
Yeah, those get cloudy as hell too. I was gonna say because shoot, I got an iPhone. That shit get cloudy all the time.
Yeah.
Swinny, you getting skinny as hell, ain't you?
I don't know about skinny as hell.
Hey, I need to get on. I need to figure out what plan you on, man. Because we found out you taking them shots, man. Gotta get no shots. I'm telling my corny jokes right now. I'm trying to stall a little bit, so people fell off. I don't know what happened, but it's good to see you guys. Welcome to Lapeef Talk. We'll get the housekeeping out the way. Shout out to the sponsor, Teach Handling Uncomplicated Skincare for Men. 30% off along with a free gift. That link is in the description. Make sure you guys go ahead and fill the Teach. Also, if you guys didn't know, me and Sugar Curls teamed up to bring you guys Assured Men, Lapeef and Sugar Curls, King on top. You're looking to get your beard right. And women, I know some women have some beard. Yeah, I said, Erica got a beard. Yeah, I see you. Looking to get your beard right, go ahead and get the product, man. Some of y'all might need that balm, man. Some of y'all might need that balm because y'all hair is a little bit tough, man. But I suggest getting the 4-pack. We do have some 2-packs with the oil and the balm together, but get the 4-pack, complete package, and you'll have a complete system dedicated to your beard. Good to see you, Sierra. A nice shade as always. Your shade game is always on point.
Yes, peace out.
Okay, you moving kind of digital there. Okay. I don't know what's going on.
Somebody ring camera was going off too.
Somebody ring camera. Oh, I could have. I don't know who it is. Okay, I think it's speeding up a little bit. All right, trying to stall a little bit, man. Let me go ahead and see who we got in the chat. Erica, what's going on, man? The AP accountability partner. Jordan mixed the BX87. Sorry about that. The stream. What's going on with the stream? The stream messing up?
I'm about to look right now.
I hope not.
It don't look like the whole stream messing up.
You know, like the stream messing up.
Nah, it doesn't look like it. I'm
Okay.
checking it right now.
What's going on? JS Story to Tell. Plus, we got Dale Matthew, K. Shout out to all my Green gang. If you guys want to become part of that, click that link that's in the description and go green. I'll go ahead and do the icebreaker, man. I'll go ahead and kick it off, man. Y'all ready to do this? Everybody else puts it back in. We missing Voice. I don't know what happened to her. We just check.
She said she had got logged off inadvertently.
Did she? Okay. I don't know what's going on. Trying to get her on.
Stream doing pretty good right now. It's only like a half 2 second delay. Normally it's like 5 or 6.
I know. I guess we're good on this. Always delay though. I'm having problems trying to fix. Okay, so I'm trying to fix it.
Where Mr. Lego at? I done ran them off already.
He got triggered on the pre-show, man. You're tricking him. You got to be careful using certain words.
Yeah.
Ain't saying
Where HR at, man?
HR is in it. Oh, for all the new people, I think Lauren and Erica, it's your first time here, so we do have HR as well. They are on site, so if any event you guys feel violated in any form of capacity, Marcus is not here, but he has a red light. Just say red. That's the code. The code word is red, and then we'll get HR involved. We do have a hurt feelings report, so if you need to fill that out, just let us know in the back chat as well, and we'll make sure we see if we can start an investigation. Okay.
Right on.
All right, Voice, you there?
Somebody got some music playing in the background.
That's probably Voice.
No, it was before she came back.
All right, Voice, you there? Damn.
The freak. I'll tell it's gonna be one of them nights.
Voice, you there?
Give me 1 second, guys.
Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and get it started. Let's make sure you mute up to me 20. Somebody do got some shit. Okay. Let's we got Marcus. What up, bro?
What up, y'all?
The camera getting clear. You got some good lighting there, man. I see you, brother. We're gonna go ahead and get it started, man. Good to see HR is watching. This is HR for you guys right here. So it's a real thing. You know, we're not capping for you guys. So if you guys feel offended, just let us know. Hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and kick it off. Our first topic of the night. Let me ask you guys this. Smooth. Have you ever apologized to a woman before?
Yeah, not often, but the very rare occasion that I'm wrong, yeah, I'm down for it.
Okay. What about you, Sweeney? You ever apologized to a woman before?
Yeah. Who hasn't apologized to a woman before? Shit.
There are some guys who never apologize.
I'm not gonna sit here and cap like Trev is. We apologize a whole lot.
Hey, don't put cap on my name, bro.
So is it difficult for you to apologize to a woman?
Nah, he said that he always right.
There you go.
Mr. Let Go. Family. Over everything, man. Have you ever apologized to a woman?
Yeah, 1000%. I have no problem with apologizing to a woman, to a man, to a cat, a dog. I don't see a problem why people don't want to apologize. If you're wrong, why can't you say that? I never understood that.
What about you, Marcus? You apologized to a woman before?
Yeah, women, kids, anything. If I'm in the wrong, I'm in the wrong.
We have high emotional intelligence.
Okay.
We talked about this on King Talk. We was talking about you remember when I asked the question about how do you handle stalemates and being able to admit when you're wrong, and that's how when you willing to stand your ground, it makes you more credible if you can admit when you're wrong.
Okay. Have you hurt women in your past?
For me? Yeah.
Have you gone back to apologize?
I think so.
I don't think you've had enough women in your past to say that, but
nah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I would have to think like,
oh man, is that a shot?
It was only like 2 of them.
I thought Sweeney was probably a player back in the day, man.
No.
All right, Trey, what about you? Have you ever gone back to apologize to women you done wrong?
Oh no, man. Nah, not really. Like somebody who I'm not dealing with no more. I mean, what's the nah. I'll try to keep them out of my life altogether, man. I stay away. If I made a mistake or something, you know, I try to leave that in the past. I don't really not that. All right, but I'll tell you this. Most people who I dealt with like on that level, just out of respect for like my current relationship, I just kind of disconnect and disassociate completely. You know what I mean? Just because I demand that. So as a courtesy, I offer the same respect.
Okay. Jasmine.
An apology can get you some more ass. Like I ain't got no problem with that.
Okay.
You know?
That's how we know you have not dealt with them anymore.
So wait, see, he's let go spin the block. That's the problem. I'm not with that, man. Like once I'm
hit the girl up that you may have did wrong, you know, hey, I miss us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I hear you.
That I miss us. It's over with. You know.
Yeah.
They always you ain't lying. They always say if you ain't lying, you ain't trying, huh, Mr. Lego?
Exactly. Like, yeah, I miss us.
All right, hold tight real quick. Jasmine, has a man ever came back and apologized to you for doing you wrong?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Was it a motive behind it?
Probably, I'm sure, but I normally don't let them get that far.
Okay.
I was like, thank you, bye.
What about you, Miss Erica Nicole? You ever had a guy come back? No, darn well he did you wrong and came back to apologize many years later.
Yes. I've had that, you know. I don't really trust it 100%. I think he needed it more for him because you let enough time pass by. I mean, I didn't already got over it, you know. So at that point, they either have an ulterior motive or they trying to clean their karma plate to, you know, be able to get good in that next relationship that they getting into, because you can't run from karma. It's gonna get you.
Right.
Karma does not exist.
Absolutely.
Say that again. Say that again. Let go for the people in the back.
What?
Karma does not exist. It's just a
Sure
whole bunch
does.
of goofy shit that women love to think that it just all this mystical stuff. No. You realize the worst people on the planet don't die early? Crackheads never die.
First of all, okay, you are correct.
And mob people, they be like 78 years old, still be the mob boss. Like, y'all got to stop it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
First of all, death is too easy. You know,
Here we go.
just because you didn't, your karma don't necessarily have to come to you and then you just die. But that's too easy. You could be suffering and having nightmares and visions and just, you know, bouts of bad luck continuously.
Men don't have
you know
what?
Your kids.
So, yeah, and also it can go through your kids.
It could be the people around you. That
So
are
you
suffering.
saying I can do a whole bunch of bad stuff and then I get a speeding ticket and I'm like, damn, I got a speeding ticket. Okay, if that's karma, okay, cool.
That's not karma.
So the way I look at it is you kind of got energy you put into this world, and the things that come back to you is kind of what you put out there. So if you put a lot of like hurt and anger and all that stuff out into the world, that's usually what you get back, and it creates a cycle of you constantly being hurt and angry.
If you keep doing it though, like if I actually murked somebody back when I was 19, right? Nothing's gonna happen to me unless I keep doing that same thing to people, and at some point I'm going to go to prison or somebody's going to catch me, right? But if I don't do it no more, no, that's why karma doesn't exist. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's bound to, you know, hit you back in the face. That's not karma. That's just life.
The odds. That's just the odds. That's the odds. Just like if you keep doing the same thing, you're probably going to get caught at some point. Right? That's, if you want to call that karma, that is what it is. Just like gambling, right? If I keep betting on black and keep betting on black, one time it's going to come up red. It's not karma. It's just the fact that the odds say that it's going to be red one time if you keep doing that. Certain things just happen. You can't really put karma if you're looking at the world today and watching people how they are born into this world that did nothing, did no sin, die right away. I don't think God meant to do that. I don't think karma meant to do that. I don't think God meant to make this person born with one arm. I don't think that the people who are the most evil on the planet should live to 80, 90 years old and their children rich. And there's no way. There's no way. There's no one that ever has anything to substantiate the evidence of karma, unless you want to say after you die, but then you still don't have any evidence. There's no evidence that anyone could ever provide to substantiate that claim of karma. Never.
Yeah,
all I know
just think about the most innocent people. They the ones that end up with leukemia and shit.
Again, sins of the father. We don't know what their ancestors did. We don't know what the people before them. That 19-year-old that murked somebody, when they grew up and they got married and they had a child that died, or their grandchildren, it still goes through. Those are generational curses. But we can agree to disagree.
All right, let me give voice to that real quick. Hold on. Voice. I was just asking the people on the panel. I started with the men by asking them if they have ever apologized to a woman for ever doing wrong. And I asked the women if they ever had a man come apologize to them for doing wrong. Has that ever happened to you before?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, plenty of times. I mean, yeah, guys naturally.
Was there a motive behind it, or they just did it out of kindness of their heart?
No, not out of the kindness of their heart. Usually men only apologize if they know what's wrong. Because I think sometimes they don't even be knowing. Genuinely, they don't know what's wrong. Like sometimes we don't explain it or articulate it the right way as women. We come off or well, like kind of seem angry. It seems emotional to them. It seems emotional to them. But to me, we understand why we are upset. But them, they don't understand why you're upset. So unless you explain it, then that's the only reason why you get an apology sometimes, or sometimes when they get caught up, if they get caught doing something, or if they actually like really sincerely apologize for something that they did, yeah. But most of the time it's like provoked.
Okay. I agree with voice. A lot of times the woman, they'll get upset and when you know the hell is wrong, and then she can't even articulate why she's upset. And then now we are expected to apologize when you can't even articulate why you're upset. So yeah, I agree with her.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip, man. I ran across this clip and it says that black man says men should apologize. Black man says men should apologize. Here we go with this. I always want to do this.
He looks like he's about to say some dumb shit.
Go on, Lego. You gotta start giving grace, man. It's 2024.
On a journey to apologize to every woman that I've ever let down. I have apologized to every woman I let down. Whether they
All right, make sure y'all paying attention. Y'all, can y'all hear it?
Why you got on overalls?
That sent me on a journey to apologize to every woman that I've ever let down. I have apologized to every woman I let down, whether they accepted it or not. You know what I'm saying? But I literally did. You know what I mean? Regardless of their roles in anything, bro, I apologize because I'm responsible. I'm responsible for me. I'm responsible for my actions and what I create.
I went through that same catharsis.
Yeah.
I told you I did a year of celibacy, no masturbation, no release whatsoever. And during that point, like maybe halfway in, I got the same compulsion to reach out to her, whether I could contact her or not. I reached out to as many women that I felt like I had damaged as well, because brothers are being in relationships and they may have evolved, but they haven't, made right the energies that they have already put into the grid of feminine energy. And then that leads you to understand that there's two different type of compatibilities.
Mr. Let Go. Mr. Let Go. I know you just saw that video. Does this video inspire you to want to go back to all the women that you've done wrong and apologize? Black men should apologize, right?
It actually inspires me to go wear some overalls. I don't know why niggas who wear overalls and niggas who do videos outside always be wanting to apologize. I want y'all to always just think about that, right? Niggas who wear overalls and niggas who do videos outside always be wanting to apologize to women. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, he inspired me to go buy some overalls and be butt naked under the overalls.
And alone because you ain't apologizing, right?
I told you I apologize, but I ain't apologizing to everybody. Like everybody don't deserve a damn apology. He said apologize to everybody. Well, damn, I ain't even getting it
That's
wrong.
not what he said, bro.
Apologizing? The hell?
That's
Just
not what he
I had
said.
on overalls?
That's not what he said, man. He said apologize to those that he did wrong. He didn't say nothing about apologizing to everybody.
He said apologize to everybody.
He did not say that.
Okay.
Come on.
And then he said something about his overalls.
All right, let me go ahead and get Jasmine in there. Jasmine, you watch this video. What are your thoughts? How do you feel about it?
I think I get what he's saying. Like he kind of is saying, like, apologize to everyone, just he can like Eric was saying, like, wipe your karma slate clean, like, just so that way you don't got to worry about other things coming back at you. Like, say if he did a bunch of women wrong, then he just want to make sure, okay, they're not out there holding no grudges against me, because people can really be really mad and just be praying on your downfall every day. Like, dang, like, I don't want to see you win. You did me so wrong. You cheated on me. Like, I hope your left toe fall off. Like, I just hate, like, they just hate you every day. Like, they just mad. What? So it's like, I would just want to make sure, like, okay, I know I did you wrong. I'm so sorry. Like, just, I hope you have the best life ever. I hope you, flourish, thrive, and, do that. Now, I'm not saying I do that. I'm just saying that that's something that could be done. That's a little petty.
But the next man gonna cheat on you. So what's the point?
Dang, like, just like that. He just gonna cheat on me? Okay.
I'm just saying, like, somebody cheat on you, like, just deal with it, The next
You just deal with it.
Yes. What is wrong with people cheating on people? I literally don't understand that.
What do you mean?
If I cheat on you, that is an indication that I don't want to be with you. So take that as an indication that I don't want to be with you, instead of trying to get me to apologize, because if I did it, it's a good possibility that I'll do it again. So just use that as an indication and be like, you know what? Thank you for not wasting more of my time putting a baby in me, marrying me, meet my parents before you cheated on me. So now, thank you. Instead of being mad, oh my God, you cheated on me. I don't deserve an apology. I shouldn't be apologizing if I cheat on you. You should be thanking me for cheating on you. Do you see the mindset shift right there? Thank me for cheating on you.
I could tell Erica agree with Mr. Lego.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wait. You said you could tell I agree with him?
Jasmine agrees too.
Oh, absolutely not. If he got a problem, if he got to prove that he don't want to be with a woman by cheating on her, if you feel like you got to cheat on her, then leave her before you cheat on her. Like, I mean, that's cowardly and immature.
No, that's not the point. I literally said, we're talking about apologizing, right? It's not about all that. What I'm saying is, instead of being so distraught when a man cheats on you and wanting him to apologize, that will help you move on, kind of like what Jasmine said. Wouldn't be like, and just angry all the time. Why don't you thank the man for cheating on you before he gave you a baby? Thank that man for cheating on you before he wasted more of your time. And if you change the way you think about it, now you can be happy after the man cheated on you, instead of, like Jasmine said, angry because he cheated on you.
All right, hold tight, Jasmine. Let me get Lauren in there. Lauren, what are your thoughts about this? I know you heard Mr. Let go. Bring the scenario, apologize. Talk to
him, Lauren.
You know what? I don't think that, I'm with Erica. Like, why even waste the time to take the energy to cheat when just move around? Like, why is that even a justification of me having to, like, thank you?
Because they can.
Like, I think that's a cop-out, and I just think I don't think every guy thinks that way either. And I'm not justifying guys cheating at all whatsoever, but I don't think them cheating is a way of them telling you, oh, I don't want to be with you, or
but if
me thanking you to cheat for cheating on me so that I can move around.
If he cheats, that's all. Just
if he cheats, yeah. But I'm just saying, even if he cheats, I don't think that should be it. a justification or a reason or indication of, oh, thank me for cheating on you, and not taking the next step of having a baby and getting married and dealing with that.
Why not?
I mean, some people drop the
Because you're
ball.
gonna stay with them, right? That's why.
One more time.
That's why.
I didn't hear you. Repeat that.
He said, "Because you're gonna stay with him."
Because you're gonna stay with them. That's why.
But no,
That's
not necessarily. Every woman is different, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's gonna stay.
Every woman is the same, and they always stay after the dude cheat.
Okay, so we see where your mental is.
Lauren, let me ask you a question. You said why put the energy into cheating, right? Have you ever done?
If he's using that justification of me trying to think him to leave.
Get him.
No, wait, what? Hold on, bro. I couldn't hear. What did you say?
I'll let go.
He said, He said, I need to thank, or women, or whoever in the relationship with him is, who he's with at the time, thank him for cheating.
Do you know why he said that?
To thank him for cheating?
Yes.
You want to elaborate?
The reason why he said that is because he's telling the woman to thank him instead of getting upset about it. He's telling the woman to thank him for revealing yourself to me. That way I don't have to waste no more time with you. That's what he's saying. He's not saying thank him like, oh my God, I'm so glad you cheated on me. May I have some more? What he's saying is thank you for revealing yourself. Now I can walk away from you. You know what I mean? That's basically what he's saying. Instead of getting upset with the man for cheating on you, you can be like, all right, thank you for showing yourself. I'm going to go in the opposite direction. Yeah, that's what he's basically saying. He just goes around.
The problem is they don't leave after the guy cheats. So they so distraught. So they don't never see what actually the indicator was, because she just wants him to not cheat again. Instead of like, oh shit, this nigga is a cheater. I'm out of here. Let me save myself some more heartache. They don't do that.
Let me get Marcus in there and then voice. Go ahead, Marcus.
I understand what Lego's saying. It's to put it in another way.
What?
If you think about that old saying, if you loan somebody $20, they don't pay you back. Be thankful that it only cost you $20 for that relationship to end, as opposed to finding out later on that they selfish and they trying to get over on you. The way he worded it sound crazy, but I think that's the gist of what he was saying.
Thank you for clarifying.
The original question, Lego just funny. The original question was the black man says they should apologize. So what he was talking about, I actually did that before. Like I was huge with the cheating and shit. I kind of looked at it as I'm getting over and I won't get done in, because if I get caught or if I catch you cheating, I cheated on you 1,000,000 times more. If it's a game, I'm winning and all this other stuff when I was younger, right? And then I actually got with somebody who treated me the best I've been treated in my life, and I couldn't stop the cheating or whatever. And by the time I tried to stop, Brown, like she eventually got sick of it when enough cheating occurred, right? And then I was actually trying to stop, but I couldn't get her to believe that I was trying to stop because I was cheating and lying. So I took a year off after that, and then I really worked on myself. You know what I'm saying? I worked on what was making me feel that this was a okay way to behave to somebody that really cared about me and loved me and was there for me. And I figured out it's really betrayal. Like, if I'm gonna keep it real with my homies, if I'm gonna be there for the guys, and I have a code that I'm standing on when it comes to my friends, why am I not treating her that same way? So then I kind of reworked the way my brain thought about that process, and in doing so, it's how I came to the conclusion to just be honest and tell the truth and give people a chance and opt in and opt out, and it's worked out perfectly for me because I could be honest in the forefront about anything that I desire or don't desire. But it was a maturation process. So yeah, I definitely apologize. There's some people to this day I still see, I'd be like, man, my fault for that. You know what I'm saying? I apologize 50 times, but I owe you 50 more apologies. It'll never be enough, honestly. And there's some stuff you can't never come back from. But shit, I try.
Marcus,
I honest effort.
I just got a follow-up question. What exactly were you addicted to when it came to these women? And what was it?
I think it was the fun of getting away with something, sneaking and doing it.
The thrill.
It's a thrill, and then
macaroni and cheese.
It was easy. It was fun. Another thing, I wasn't courageous enough to even explain, like, hey, if I wanted to be with somebody else, I could have had all type of extra situations, but me being cowardice and trying to hide and sneak and do some shit messed me up. If I would have put my cards on the table, I could have played them how I wanted to play them from the beginning, but I didn't understand that.
Hey,
I did not understand that.
Marcus, you ain't got to make it that complicated. It just seemed like a good idea at the time.
I mean, yeah, but because it's deeper than that, though.
It is.
Because it is deeper than that. Because like I consider myself somebody with a code. It just keeping it real with women wasn't part of that code. And I say past 25, I updated and added that to it. And then it's made, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a loyal person. But once maybe it might even go into the feeling of I didn't fully trust the women. Like I don't even know what exactly, you know, I'm still formulating all the reasons. I just know I fixed the shit. You get what I'm saying? I just know I fixed it.
All right. I did I feel you, bro. I think you making it more complicated. Just saying, like, even when you just said that, it just saying like a good idea at the time. You felt like, hey, look, this is working for me. It's getting done. And then one day you figured out, I don't want to do this no more. And you decided to change.
It was the hurt. I lost something and I realized what, like, the reflection, like when you get something you feel is perfect and you don't have it no more, and you like, damn, how did I mess this up? If I went through all the stuff, you'd be like, bro, you was tweaking.
That's when it no longer felt like that. See, what you felt was with that person, it was no longer a good idea. All the other previous ones, it was going just fine until you found one that you actually gave a damn about, and it was no longer a good idea. So
it wasn't going fine, though, Sweeney, because I didn't care that much. Don't mean I wasn't hurting the other people that much.
You was definitely hurting them. I'm talking about you wasn't hurt. It seemed like a good idea for you at the time. But the one time you actually dealt with the person that you cared about, and when you hurt that person and she wasn't fucking with you no more, that's when you was like, damn, this ain't even a good idea no more.
Yeah, and then there's the betrayal. Like, so it's a lot of stuff that go into it when you care about somebody, and if you you know, it's a whole lot to go into that. And I mean, it was selfish. It was
you're just greedy.
Because it's another way. A lot of like, you don't even gotta lie. You don't gotta do none of that shit. If you keep it real with these women, you can get what you want in this life most times. And I just didn't realize that. I think I had bad advice that led me to it. I was raised on the what was it? It wasn't me. She could have caught me in the shower. It wasn't me. I know you see me on the bathroom floor. It wasn't me. I was under that act. No, that wasn't me. Picture this: we was both butt naked, banging on the. Wasn't me. I was under that act.
It was like
never had a chick like me because I had all the evidence.
But I still would hit your ass with
hold on. Let me get voice back to you. Go ahead, voice.
I do want to go back to what Mr. Lego said. I got what he said automatic. Look, I've done a lot of lives with him, and I actually talked on the phone with him a couple of times, and we've had so many interactions. I get what he's saying. I got what he said right off the bat, right? He said his delivery is crazy. Like, it's crazy.
Maybe that's what it was. That's what it was, sis, right there. It was the delivery, sis.
It's the delivery. I tell him all the time. But listen, I got exactly what
my
he
delivery would be
not
crazy
like
in the bed. Too. I just want to say that.
Boo. Look, not like literally tell the person, like, I'm sorry, like, thank you. Like, not tell the guy, like, thank you for doing that. But in your mind, be like, oh, yeah, I got you. Okay, bet. You ever heard your grandma say, like, and let a person show you who they are the first time, then you believe them. Okay, so that's what that means. Like, I got exactly what you meant. The delivery was a little bit different. Not like go to the guy and be like, thank you for cheating on me or nothing like that, because that's nothing to thank. No, it's not. But it's definitely to be like, okay, now I know that I'm not about to even try this with you, so I'm gonna go ahead and exit stage left, you know, and that's probably the reason why guys do that so fast. You notice why men don't stay as often. You don't see a lot of men stay as often if a woman cheats on them.
Explain why.
They just leave. Like, I don't know that reason why, because I ain't a man, but I would just guess. Because they just like, hey, I ain't gotta waste my time. I mean, I can get another you in a minute, you know, like, and that kind of is how God, you know, how it works for men. It works for women like that too, because we can get them too in a second, but it takes a little bit more time, because I want you to identify, like, men can sleep with women and be with women without that extra feeling, but when we want to get into a new relationship, we looking for that next relationship. So it's a little harder for us to kind of like move on as easy as it seems to them. Although they hard to be breaking to. They be upset sometimes too, but you know, it comes off like that. So it's not even. That's why guys just be like, some guys will leave, some guys will stay, but some guys will leave. You know,
but it's a little bit deeper voice. If a woman cheats on me, the first thing I'm gonna say is like, oh shit, I was in a relationship with a hoe. And I'm like, I'm out. Damn, I'm so dumb. Why didn't I see this?
Or you can think this, damn, I wasn't giving that D right, was I? Because it could be.
Come on, bro. Come on, voice. We never thinking that. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's just your karma.
Women will cheat.
I don't care how I could be the worst thing in bed. You cheat on me. That is not the first thought.
Most money, less money.
Get time for that.
None of that matters. Do y'all realize that?
No, for real though. No, but guys will leave.
You have the best sex, most money, whatever. She still can cheat on him if she wants to.
Right.
I'll just giving her real. Ain't no way in hell I'm thinking. I could have been the worst thing since sliced worst
you
thing
ain't thinking there.
since the square wheel in the bed, and I'm still gonna be like, fuck that shit. I'm out. I'm not gonna be over here talking about some man. I wonder what I did to make her. Nah, fuck that. That's just wild. Y'all, sometimes Mr. Let Go is right in some aspects. Sometimes y'all need to just take advice. Y'all need to take our route. Drop his ass just like we drop him. But let me answer the question. Because you know what this reminds me of? Y'all ever heard somebody that said that they're gonna wait till their deathbed to repent their sins so they can get into heaven? Like, that's what that reminds me of when dudes get, because what they see themselves doing is they find themselves about to get into a situation, and in order for them, they in hopes of that situation working out and doing great, they say, man, I gotta go in and hurry up and apologize to all these women that I fucked over so that when I go into this relationship, I get the good karma of the relationship. All that's bullshit, because most of them still the same person that they're apologizing for. You would still, like, you go and you apologize to all these women in your past, and you still the same nigga that fucked them over. You just hope, and then you go into this next relationship, and that's why you get the same results over and over again, because you still the same person. Apologizing doesn't fix that. Going back and going through your Rolodex of women that you fucked over is not going to fix the person that you are. People who wind up figuring it out, did the work, and made the changes. So apologizing to women in your past is not going to make you a better person to the person in your future. Being the better person is going to make you a better person in your future relationships. There ain't no amount of apologizing you can do in the world to fix that. That's what dude remind me of when you got the overalls on with no shirt on with a bunch of chains on. Come on, bro. You look like one of those epic F boys that's still doing the same shit, and you just using it as a way to make yourself look good or make yourself feel good about each situation that you walk into.
Yep.
Because
talking about shit.
Because I went through that process to some extent, I still feel like he genuinely meant that. It may be a hint of what you're saying, Sweeney, that he hoping that in the future it don't happen, because it's all fun until you get shot. You know what I'm saying? When the rabbit get the gun, you know what I'm saying, and you got to deal with the consequence of the action. It'll put life in a different perspective when you're on the other side of it. But at the same time, part of that work do require you to try and make amends, because you understand more all the harm you did. Like, I think that's the biggest part of the self-reflection, because you take yourself out of how do I feel about this? How did this affect me? And you look at how it affected everyone, right? And when you can step out and see that, then that perspective allows you to transform and be a better person. It kind of requires that. As long as you selfishly look at everything through the lens of how does this affect me, you never reach the point of self-reflection where you can really encompass all that it requires to have circular interactions and circular where you can give love, get love, receive love, give, like, you don't reach that point if you can't see the effect on other people.
Right. And Marcus, and I'm with you on that. See, the reason why I don't feel like what he said is genuine, because he didn't lead with the work first. If you go out, you're going to give somebody advice. You're going to talk about something that you do, right? You don't lead with the, I'll just apologize to everybody in the past for what I did. Everybody I fucked over in my past, I just apologize. No, you start with the work that you did to even get to the point where you feel the need to apologize because you've done the work. You understand why you were wrong. You understand all of those things. He didn't lead with that. He just said, yeah, I'm just, and I apologize every day to every woman in the past. Well, why do you do it? I don't know why I do it. You know what I mean? It just seemed like the good idea at the time. Like, that's how it comes off to me. And I know I may be assuming a lot right now, because don't make assumptions, but but that's what I'm getting from that. It's like, give us the work first, and then, because if you give me the work of what you did to get to that point, then I understand why you're doing it. But you just telling me I'm just going to apologize to everybody in the past, it just sounds like you hoping that it gives you that good karma. He's saying like one of those types that believe in that karma shit. So
let me get Erica and Trev in there because they've been in Jasmine. Erica, what are your thoughts about what's going on?
What part?
Be honest. I mean, it's everything. You start with the topic. Black men says men should apologize. We can start there.
I believe that men should apologize. Absolutely. Women should apologize. I believe people should apologize when they're wrong. I just feel like men have a more difficult time because of pride and ego admitting, that they're wrong. Like, I feel like some men feel like apologizing makes them look weak, so they won't do it. I've had a partner that never apologized, because it's hard to admit that you're wrong. It's part of self-preservation. You don't want to admit your faults. You don't want to see yourself in a bad light. So when you have to apologize, that's you admitting that you did something wrong. And it's hard for some people, especially men. I think that maybe for some women, it's, they're not expressing while they're mad, but I can just take that away and just talk about the just blatant, obvious stuff. Like, okay, we had plans and you never showed up, or you never called. Like, you got to know you was wrong for that. Like, why do I have to explain, hey, I'm mad because you were supposed to pick me up at 6:00 because we had dinner plans and you went ghost and you didn't call and I couldn't get in touch with you when I called you. Like, how do you not know that you were wrong? Why do I have to beg and try to get this apology out of you?
It's not begging, it's just articulating what you see that is the problem.
But didn't your mommy teach you right from wrong? Like when you were like growing up, like your woman, your girl, your wife, whoever should not have to explain like blatant things. Hey, you're wrong. Yes, there are times where it's not
Your
so obvious,
perception of
but
wrong could be different than my perception of wrong. Like, I used to sell drugs, right? I didn't think me selling drugs was wrong because it was helping me pay bills and take care of my mama and stuff, but it was wrong, right? So you could see two different things and say, hey, this is wrong, but there's something over here that is right. And it's important for two individuals to, on a normal basis, articulate their perceptions of two sides of right and wrong, because we can go down that rabbit hole about right or wrong, and I can easily show you something that may be right to you may be wrong to a man, vice versa. So
you know what?
have to explain your side of right and wrong.
You are correct. So I'll tell you this, because I really truly feel like that one of my superpowers is communication. So when I even get into a situation with a man, before we're even like for real dating and serious and sexual and all of that, I talk about my expectations. I talk about, like, okay, this is what I expect from you. Here are my non-negotiables. So I do say that. So any man that got to the point where he's wronged me, oh, he knew he was wrong because I already told him, hey, listen, I feel wrong and I feel disrespected when you disappear for, hours, or you stand me up, or these things I feel are wrong. So they know this going in with me. Somebody new, if we're not even there yet. So at that point, I don't never have to talk to you again. So you ain't got to apologize if you don't want to, but you lose me at that point.
Eric, I got a question for you. Have in your relationships, have you ever not met the expectations of the person you was with?
Absolutely. I have not at times.
How often did you apologize for it?
Every time.
You apologize every time?
Every time. Every time. If it was something that was discussed and something that I said that I would do and I dropped the ball, I absolutely apologized.
Have you ever been done wrong and then like disrespected somebody in the process? Like, say for instance, you felt like somebody did you wrong in a relationship and then you fly off the handle and you cuss them and you disrespect them. Have you ever done that?
Yes.
Have you ever apologized for it?
Yes.
How often?
Every time.
Every time?
Yes.
Oh, this must be the most perfect woman on the planet.
Nope. But this is the thing. 2 wrongs don't make a right. So I will catch myself and I will come back and be like, you know what? I shouldn't have even cursed at you, or I shouldn't have called you that name, or, I shouldn't have drove your car in the river. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have burned your house down, So yes,
Let me
I
ask
will
you a
come
question,
back.
Erica.
Did you ever have to apologize for burning the house down?
You mean, did I ever burn the house down? We're not talking about that kind of snitches getting stitches. I'm from Chicago.
That's
I'm
it.
just giving examples. I'm not admitting any guilt to anything.
Let me ask you hold on. Let me ask you a nuanced question, Erica. Say you're in a relationship and I'm in a relationship, right? And we on this show for like 3-4 hours or whatever. And some roundabout way we flirt with each other, or I flirt with you, and you're like ha 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 or something, right? Something that comes off flirty between me and you, just being on the show for like 4 hours, right? Your man gives you the silent treatment. Don't articulate why they mad, but they just like, nah, that's some bullshit. And then say my girl do the same thing, give me the silent treatment, and don't articulate why they're mad. And they like, no, you know you wrong. You know what you did. Like, what kind of shit would that be, right? Wouldn't you be looking at your mate like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Articulate what you see so we can have a conversation.
I don't care.
I understand what you're saying, but I will 100% know why my man is mad, because I know my man. When I have somebody, I know them. And so if they being all funny and funky when I come upstairs or whatever, I know why.
You know exactly what happened on a 4-hour show that made him mad. Come on now.
No, I don't know what happened, but I know why he's mad. I'm like, oh man, he probably didn't like, how I was talking to, some of the men on the show.
Show up and apologize, and you don't even know what you did wrong, because that's what a lot of times guys do. And that the guy is wrong for apologizing, like the stupid dude in the overalls, because you have to find out what's wrong before you just up and apologize.
That's not what he was saying, though. But yes, I believe in specific apologies, because I don't want the apology if you say, I'm sorry for whatever you think I did.
Right.
That's
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want that apology.
Usually like, oh, I apologize. Oh, I apologize. Apologize. Like it just sounded like that. I don't know.
No. He asked me specific questions. He said, hey, have you ever apologized, because you flew off the handle because you were disrespected? If I apologize, if my delivery was like over and beyond, it's like bringing a gun to a knife fight. If I brought a gun to a knife fight, yes, I owe you an apology.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
just so you know, Sweeney watching you, because he already called that you was perfect. So he watching you. Just so you know. He waiting.
I'm crazy. What Miss Erica said really quickly. When she said some people have a hard time with like apologizing, specifically men. Now, I would say it's like an even amount. I say some women have some issues with apologizing, and some men have issues with apologizing. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my dog. Really? That's my baby. I do think that. Because I think only a narcissist has a problem with apologizing. Like narcissistic people have a problem with apologizing. There's no regular human being that has like, I wouldn't say regular human being, like they're not normal human beings, but there's something psychologically wrong there, that they can't seem to understand when they are wrong or when an apology is due. They cannot apologize. I think only narcissistic people can't apologize. I don't think it's specifically just men. I don't think specifically it's just women. I just think it's narcissistic people that cannot apologize for anything. They will find every way to try to give you, it's called a Slade apology. They apologize without apologizing to you. Like, well, I'm sorry that I got mad at you because you made me mad that day when you said this yesterday. And you're like, no, we're not talking about what happened yesterday. We're talking about what happened 5 minutes ago that you were just wrong about. You know, like they have a hard time with you pointing out the facts of what they have actually done, and they don't want to see it. That's a narcissistic person. That is not like a man or a woman having an issue with apologizing. I think that's my personal.
Well, can I ask a question to the whole group? Has anybody, and I guess I can say with a show of hands, ever purposely withheld an apology to someone that you knew they were owed for whatever reason? You don't even got to talk about the reason, but have you ever purposely withheld? You knew you were supposed to say you sorry, but purposely withheld it for whatever reason under the sun.
I don't understand what's the problem with apologizing. So I've never did.
The only thing is that to answer that question, a person that I don't apologize to purposely, I wasn't gonna apologize to him anyway. That's how I operate. So I ain't never purposely withheld an apology, because if I'm not gonna apologize, I'm just not gonna apologize. And that means I don't feel like I owe you an apology to begin with.
Yeah. No, I'm speaking of, you owed him an apology. You just
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've never had a feeling like, you know what I mean? I may have done somebody wrong and I may have been completely wrong in that scenario. May have known I was wrong.
Place.
But I still feel like I didn't owe them an apology because I may have felt like I was right in that moment.
According to Voice, you're a narcissist. Go ahead, Jasmine. We got to go ahead and close this out. Jasmine and Trey, if y'all got anything y'all want to add?
I wouldn't say that I was holding the apology per se. It was just more like what Sweetie was saying. Like, I don't want to apologize to you, but I know I could apologize for some things. But because of like how the situation went between us, it's like, no, you got to pry this apology out of my cold dead hands, because like I don't like you anymore as a person. So.
I didn't say that. I didn't say none of that.
He will never get it.
Don't put me in there with you.
He will never. No, but so what about say me as a woman? Like, okay, so let's give you an example. I cheated on one of my exes, right?
What?
I would have been hurt if he would have came up to me and said, thank you for cheating on me, so I knew not to marry you. Like, you
would have been hurt and you cheated on him.
Why did you cheat, Jasmine? I'm just curious. Why did you cheat?
So I cheated was because like I was feeling like I'm one of those people that don't know how to let go. I wish I was Mr. Let Go so I can know how to let go, but I didn't know how to let go. So I was holding on to him even though I knew that the relationship wasn't serving me anymore, in the ways that it should. And I had pretty much stopped feeling, I don't know, like feeling sexual feelings for this person, but I still liked the person as a person because he was still a cool person, but it was just like, I wanted something more, and I just ended up, it was somebody I was talking to, but I ended up sleeping with him. But then I apologized like immediately kind of after it. And I was like, you know what? I'm sorry. I got to let you know this happened. And he was really mad. He didn't leave me though. He didn't break up with me, but eventually we did. But I was just like, wow, the fact that he stayed was crazy.
So you toxic.
That's why I jumped off that. That's why I jumped off that bus with it, because she said, I agree with. No, don't put me in that. I did not say none of that. I'm glad I jumped off that bus before she went there.
Toxic.
She turned right real quick. She made
everybody a little toxic. Everybody's a little toxic. Just a little bit.
I was so glad I jumped off that bus.
But no, hold on. I just got to ask you, Jasmine.
What?
Did you just say that you cheated on the man and you would have been mad if he would have said, thank you for cheating on me, so I can go on about my business?
I would have have been sad because I don't want him to think I'm a bad person because I'm not a bad person.
He would have been happy that you cheated, so he can. You saying you would be mad that he's happy, so you cheated on him, so he would be mad instead of happy?
No, I said I would be sad. Like I don't want to hurt him. I didn't cheat to hurt his feelings, you know. So I would be sad.
But if
that
you
I
said
hurt
thank
him.
you, that's a happiness. No.
Why would he be happy that I cheated on him? Like he would feel like
I explained it.
He wasted his time and all this stuff like that. But he didn't waste his time. He got so many great jewels from me.
But if you think about it, think about this. You said you stayed in a relationship way too long, right?
Yeah.
So cheating, as an example, because y'all proved my entire point. Cheating is an indication that you no longer want to be with this damn person, right? You no longer wanted to be with him, but you decided to stay instead of, just leave. And you cheated simply because you didn't want to be with him anymore. So you cheating on him was an indication that you didn't want to be with him no more. And he could have been like, you know what, Jasmine, thank you for cheating on me because now I see I need to get the hell on and I'm happy. And you would have been mad if he had that reaction. That's crazy.
Oh my God. I wouldn't have been mad. He could have had that reaction. It's fine.
Go ahead, Trey. Go ahead and close us off on this, man.
All right, cool. So one of the main things is that people have to understand, like, no one really intentionally does the wrong thing, right? In this movie of life, we are always the protagonist. So me, sometimes, like with apologizing, we might not understand when it is that we're wrong. We might not be doing the wrong thing on purpose. Sometimes we learn better, right? Or learn to do better, but we don't know initially that what we're doing is absolutely wrong and not understanding how it makes that other person feel. So I wanted to make that point, but I definitely had a little bit of pushback because all the gentlemen seem to agree with Mr. Letgo's point of a person should thank you after you cheat. And I can tell you why I don't really agree with that is because you have to understand that the other person might receive that in a way that you are not imagining, right? Not everyone was given that talk about birds and the bees. Not everyone has that foundation, right? And they don't know how to handle adversity, conflict. And I can tell you from a personal experience, right, which could be destructive because I was cheated on way back in the day, right, when I was younger. But this is the point when I was first learning how to really deal with women. And at that point, I invested far too much without the expectation of reciprocation. So when that rug was pulled from underneath me, it caused great devastation. And you have to understand that sometimes hurt people. And immediately following that, the carnage that I created was really bad for everyone involved with me. So at that point, I became borderline sociopath, where there was just no feeling involved. It's like I'm playing a role in a movie. Doesn't matter. I can engage without even thinking about you. No problem. So we just have to understand how that feels like on the other end, and also understand that not everyone is going to receive it the same way, and their actions following that could be devastating to other people that they will encounter.
In my defense, I did not agree with him. I just understood what he said.
And then explain the whole thing. I got you, Sweeney. Don't try to walk it back now.
Hey, you didn't hear me say I agree with him. You ain't hear that one time. You can rewind the tape.
You guys are just tuning in. Welcome to Lapeef Let's Talks. Make sure we hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. With that being said, let me go ahead and get to these few super chats. Dark Knight 499 says, I bet Mr. Let Go apologize to women with a set of Goodyear tires. We also had an AP accountability partner. $5 says Mr. Lego sounds like Marcus, Eddie Murphy, and Boomerang. I miss us. Think in the basement $5 says some lucky ladies is going to get a set of tires tonight. Just so you guys know, Lauren and Erica, Mr. Lego will eat your ass and buy you tires. So if you're in that market, there you go. The AP accountability partner member for 22 months. Do what you need to do to heal yourself. These men did this to heal themselves. That's what it sounded like Marcus was saying too. Thank everybody has contributed to the platform thus far. Hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead. You okay? You want to say something, Jazz?
No, I was coughing.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me go ahead and get into this next topic. Hit that like button, family. Also, make sure you guys click that link into the top of the chat. Go ahead and get your Assured Man, Lapeef Sugar Curls King on top. And also shout out to the sponsor, T-Channel, Uncomplicated Skincare for Men. 30% off laundry free. Get that link is in the description. Go ahead and click that. Shout out to all my green gang that's in the chat as well. Go green. That link is in the description. Here we go. Next topic. You think it's because he wants to hump you all day. You think it's because he wants to hump you all day. Let me go ahead and play this clip. Here we go. I don't know why StreamYard always do this dumbass. Excuse my language, man. Here we go.
Men need affection. Men need attention. Men need affirmation. We needed hugs from mama. We need a dad to hug us too. And most of us didn't have that. And it bleeds into our context. Either you go to two extremes. Either you shut down the need altogether or you become hyper driven by this need for affection. And that's why so many men are crazy and obsessed.
Absolutely.
And you think it's just because he want to hump on you all day. Men are nasty. Men are dogs. No, it's because he never got affection. And to him, this is the only acceptable avenue for a man to meet his needs of affection and closeness. It's sex.
All right. You think it's because he wants to hump you all day. I'm going to go ahead and start with you first, Lauren. What are your thoughts about that, man?
Oh, that's that. You know what? If I hadn't heard the video, it might have been a little different. So if I'm hearing correctly, he's saying the lack thereof of was it like a mommy issue thing that he didn't get or men don't get when they are young coming up, that they choose to go that route or to think that way. Yeah, that was a
Hold that thought real quick. I need to play it over again for y'all. Anybody? No?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, don't play it over.
Okay.
It was self-explanatory.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I'm gonna come back to you, Lauren. Let me get some other feedback. Go ahead, voice. What are your thoughts about it?
Well, I think what he was pretty much trying to get at was that like sex is not the only thing that men look at, although that women think that that's a main category that's on men's brains all the time. I don't know if y'all watched the comedy special, and I forget what the comedian's name was, but he was on a comedy special and he was like, what if y'all women lost y'all vaginas? What would y'all do for y'all men, right? And all the ladies in the crowd was like, oh, give him head. Oh, yeah. I'm going to give him head. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, right? All this sexual stuff. He was like, damn. All y'all in the crowd are some hoes, because ain't none of y'all ever say the game, like play the game with the nigga. Like none of y'all ain't say like rub his back, take his hair out and oil his scalp. Just talk about his day. Like sheesh, why everything gotta be sexual? That's the only way y'all know how to just please y'all man. There's other ways to please your man. So I think pretty much he was just trying to get at like some of those men didn't have like women figures in their lives, you know, like to have someone nurture them and talk to them and treat them. Some men like to be treated like babies when they get sick. I know my fiance acts like that all the time. When he gets really, really sick, I'm in here babying him. Honey, he won't be able to move. He's over here like lies. Okay, he won't be able to move off the couch. I got to take care of him. Like some men like that nurturing. They want that love. They want to feel like that as well too. It's not just us women that want that emotional support. They are emotional creatures too. They more emotional than us. Yo, I tell you, they be gossiping more. They tell all their buddies all the business. Okay, all the dudes be knowing their business. Y'all think that they don't know nothing. Yes, they do the same thing that the women do, just to another level. And we don't really see that because that's a side that they've been taught as men to shut off in front of women, to shut off in front of other men, to not show that vulnerable side to a woman or to a man for some reason, because it's not seen as manly. Like, you want the man to be emotional, but you don't want him to be too emotional. I don't get the two. Like, what
are you talking about?
So for me, I just feel like it's other ways to please your man is what he was trying to get at.
So you got a fan in the background. Go ahead, Sweeney.
Her in the background, Milani's like, yeah, mom, say it.
First of all, men do not gossip. No, we do not.
Yes, y'all do. Yeah,
No,
yes,
we
y'all
don't.
do.
We have-
I'm lying, Sweeney. Okay, please. You're a
gossip.
gossiper. I
We-
can
we
tell you.
have-
Like, let me tell you something. Voice. You be over here at the concert. Voice. Come here.
No, hold on, wait. Let me give you the
Look,
understanding.
look, voice.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. Listen, voice. We do not gossip.
What's the terminology?
We send out warnings. We send out warnings.
Warning. Really?
Ladies, send out.
Niggas be gossiping.
So if we do it, hey, look, we sit out. Hey, look, hey, bro, I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Said that word. Look.
Or we would sit there like, bro.
I'm cracking up.
Well, we don't be sitting there talking about some, man, you know. Nah, we don't do that. We just send out the warnings. If we know what we know, then you gotta tell the fellas like, hey, look, she ain't a good one, bro. But that ain't gossip. That's just sending out warning shots.
It's information. They're giving valuable information.
Hold on, wait. We don't gossip. We talk shit. We shoot shit.
Shoot the shits. There you go. Okay, it's not called gossip. Shooting the shits. That's the male
Oh,
term
really?
for gossip. It's giving information. That's what they're doing, guys. That's what y'all doing.
But to answer the question, I got nothing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got nothing. I have no idea. It's not because you want, huh?
I said you the main one saying that we need to replay the video. So
Yeah, because I mean, Mr. Lego was right. It's pretty self-explanatory what he was saying, but
right,
why do we do?
I got something for it. I got something.
Go ahead,
for it.
Trev. Maybe I can bounce off
came
you
up right now.
Come on.
Pause. But
please.
Pause, bro. You can't be bouncing.
Damn,
off
Loco, you was asleep. That was like 10 seconds. You would have let that ride. Come on, bro. All right, let's go.
Don't be bouncing off of no dudes.
Hey, yo.
You bouncing off of dudes now? That's what you doing?
Toxic masculinity.
Toxic
masculinity.
I don't care.
So Dig, he had two things very right. Conflating the two was absolutely bogus, right? First off, I do agree with Lecco. Sometimes men gossip, and that's no shit at all. That's real life. But although we shouldn't. But the funny thing about that is I don't know why we've made that a feminine thing. People have conversations, right? And no matter what, it's therapeutic to tell the truth. And sometimes you can't tell the truth to the people you're close to or the people you're inflicting this pain on. So you talk to other people. So that's human nature. We can't really try to make that a feminine thing. It's communication. But anyway, the dude, for him, I understand he's definitely right about people who don't get affection, right? You'll certainly have a need for it if you never had it, or you could just not need it, right? There's certain things that I was absent of, and I just chose what I felt to be the man route and adapted, right? So most men are taught to adapt. That's what we try to do, right? But there's the other ones who just can't adapt. I could eat noodles for weeks straight if I had to. If I had to rough it and I had no bread, I can do it, right? If you deal without it, just like, you know, when people are incarcerated, they call it jailing. I'm about to just go jailing. On that ride there, or after that gavel hit, you already know, you change your frame of mind and you adapt to your situation. That's what we try to do as humans, right? Especially men. We try to adapt to situations. So if you were absent of something, whatever that may be, whether it be emotions, affection, food, whatever, you adapt to the best of your ability, right? Now, as far as him trying to conflate that with sex and showing affection, they're not really related. Men think about sex and want sex because of biology. That's just what we want to do. It doesn't matter, man absent affection, man having affection. We still want to bone. It is what it is. That's stupid to try to say that we are trying to hypersexualize just because we're not getting, or that doesn't make any sense to me. That's a completely different issue, and I don't think he should have tried to conflate the two, because all men would like to have lots of sex, right? Unless something's wrong, right? Any men who I counsel, any men who I am friends with, anyone who I talk to, we pretty much would love some McLovin whenever we can, on demand. That's what we like to do. But we can't always do that. So, we adapt. But that's where I had the problem with him trying to put the two together. I don't think they're necessarily related. I think that if you're missing emotions, you could either want or not want. That makes sense. But to trying to put it and wrap it all into sex, no, wrong. I'll end it.
Go ahead, Lauren. You want to say something?
And no, I just agree with what he was saying. I think, like you said, the two kind of like conflicted each other. It didn't make sense, and I think that's what went over my head. But the way he broke it down was like they're two separate issues.
Go ahead, Marcus.
So I agree with y'all, but I also kind of agree with him, because I don't know if it's causation or real. Like, so I don't know if the reason that, because his point was that we aren't able to express a wide range of emotions. So because of that, we just use sex as a way to express it. Now, I do agree. Biology do have us horny and want to have sex all the time. That is one thing.
Oh,
but it also could be the other thing, because we don't have a like just how we was playing the game. If you get too close to a man, we're gonna say pause. We're gonna play all these games that create a disconnect between any type of actual, connection, because it seems too effeminate to get too close to other men, right? Though, like the games we play. And when I was talking about the cheating earlier, part of that was that I wasn't actually connected with them, so it didn't really bother me one way or the other. When I got past 25-ish, or I'm using that as a random age, but when I got past the point where I did the self-work and healing, the connection was deeper, and also the desire to have sex was different. It wasn't the same type of desire. So that's the reason why I'm saying I'm not sure if it could be biology, though, because that's also around the time where your body start changing. So I'm not really sure on that. I think it could go either way.
That's I finally got something to say to it. That's where he lost me, and I forgot that he said that about conflating the mommy issues and whatnot. I've come from a two loving parent household, and I still want to hump regularly.
What he said.
I've never seen no guy be like, man, you know what, man? I had enough love in my life, man. I'm good on the sex now. I don't need no ass. I'm good on the women. Like, I've never heard a guy say that.
Ever.
Have y'all dealt with men who've come from two parent households? Have a man ever told you, yeah, I can abstain from sex because I had enough love in my childhood to last
That's
me a
why
lifetime?
I'm just staying quiet, because
I don't think that's what he's trying to say. I mean, maybe you interpret it a little bit differently. No, okay. So I'll say this. I mean, I'm not a man. So I'm speaking from a psychologist point of view. It's almost like they say that when you feel hungry, drink water first, because your body don't know the difference, between hunger and thirst. So they always tell you to drink something before you eat, because you could just be thirsty, because it's the same signal. So that's kind of what it put me in mindset of when he's like, hey, we may be interpreting, and probably women interpret it too, that we want to have sex. Like, these are the signals that we given. But before you do that, it might just be, we need some intimacy, and we so programmed. Yeah, there's biology, but we so programmed in this society to be, hypersexual, that this is our go-to. That's how I interpreted it. But I mean, that was just my interpretation.
Let me ask you a question, Erica.
Yes.
You had several relationships, right?
Yes.
Besides sex, has a guy ever asked you to do anything for him? Rub his back, make him a sandwich, something like that, listen to his problems. He just wanted to unload on you. Pause.
Yeah.
Not pause. Like that was him showing you that's how we communicate. We're very straight up. That's why it's hard for him to conflate the two, because we tell you what we want when we want it. So if I want you to listen to me, I want to just, hey, sit down, man. I need to talk to you for a bit. Hey, can you rub my back? Hey, can you run my bath water real quick? Can you grab me a drink while I'm watching the game? Those are the things that we do as men to show you that that's the type of affection and stuff that we want. When we want some ass, that's exactly what we're looking for.
Okay. So all right. So has there ever been a time where you had sex with your woman, your girlfriend, whatever, and afterwards you still felt unfulfilled? You still felt like, man, I mean, that was cool, but something missing, or I need something more?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Because that's what I wanted. The ass is what I wanted. But I can tell you that there's been times where I may have asked for something like, hey, look, can you let me see. Let me think of something. Maybe I wanted to talk. So I'll call a girl up and I wanted to talk to her. And she was like, oh, I can't talk right now. That type of thing will make me feel unfulfilled in that moment. If I'm seeking out intimacy, or I may ask for a back massage and they don't want to do that, then yes. But if I'm coming and I say I want some sex and you give me some sex, I am completely fulfilled on the need that I had in that moment. I think men are we're very straightforward in the things that we desire and want. And I think a lot of times women misinterpret, and I'll put it like this, because I see Jasmine shaking her head. You don't want to do the thing that he asked you for. That's why a lot of women say, I did everything he wanted me to do. Well, did you do this? Because he asked for that. No, I didn't do that. Well, how did you do everything he asked you for?
Thank you, Sweeney. And that's where I wanted to chime in at. A lot of you women don't see any value in yourselves other than pussy. So y'all are the ones who keep trying to give us ass whenever you think there's a problem. But guess what? In most cases, it's not ass that we need from you, just like Sweeney said. Sometimes we need you to hear us. There was a therapy show that I like watching, and a man and a woman was sitting down, and he said, they have two kids, right? And he said, I don't need sex from you, because she just gives him sex whenever he seems needy or whatever, which is okay. But he says, I don't want sex from you. I want to feel seen. You know, you running after the two boys or whatever, you running a bath water and all this stuff, you cooking for everybody. I appreciate that. But sometimes as your husband, I just feel like the furniture in the house. I don't feel like you see me. I pay the bills and I go over here and you running around after the kids and trying to give them some ass, and then you hop on me, but there's never any intimacy, or there's never any, how was your day? There's never any acknowledgement of how I feel about what's going on in the household. It's just like, and then she turns around and says, yeah, and sometimes I feel like a robot. And he's like, did you not hear what I said? I want you to see me in front of this therapist, and we're in therapy, you still can't even see me. And she's like, well, I feel the same way. So her wanting to give him sex because it was a chore made him feel like less than. And sometimes, because of how y'all were raised, y'all mommy issues, y'all daddy issues, have y'all thinking that, oh, just give him some pussy, everything's okay. No, we're human just like y'all are.
Jasmine, I got a perfect example for you. So I had a homeboy, right? He just broke up with this girl, right? Now, they've been in a relationship. They had moved in together. They've been in a relationship for about 6 months. They had moved in. All he kept telling her, "Hey, look, I just need you to give me $800 a week for the rent." Right? That's all he kept asking her for. Right? One day, they've already been talking about breaking up. She's supposed to be moving out soon or whatever, right? She starts running down this list of all this stuff that she did for him because she felt slighted in the relationship. Because she's like, I did everything for you. So she was like, I went and bought your mama a gift. I went and took your friends out when they needed me to. I showed up to all your family gatherings. I did all of this. I did everything for you. You gonna treat me like this? And then he was like, you did everything but the one thing I asked you to do, which was give me $800 for the rent. So you didn't do what I asked you to do because I've been asking you for the $800 for the rent the entire time because she felt like one of those ones, oh, I feel like you should pay for everything. And he was like, no, I'm not that type of guy. I need that $800. And she refused to do that thing. And that was the biggest reason why he left her. But she couldn't, for the life of her, she could not understand. And he was sitting in my chair when he was texting her. And I was like, damn, bro, she did everything but the $800 thing, huh? And he sent that to her. She was like, damn, you know what? I apologize. Because I thought
Erica,
that I was
real quick. I just had a question. I just wanted to ask her real quick. Because you used the term hypersexual, right? What's your interpretation of hypersexual?
I guess wanting to have sex a lot. You know what I mean? Everything you see, is a trigger. It's like, oh, all right, that just made me horny. Oh, yeah. I guess overly sensitive to stimulant. Right. I don't know. I guess that's how I see it.
That's not what it is. Because you said men sometimes it leads to hypersexuality. So what I was saying is that's not really what that means. There actually needs to be two factors for it to be hypersexual, right? One, you have to have what you're explaining, but two, it has to actually cause problems within their relationship, within their job, or their everyday functions, right? It has to cause problems. So if it's not problematic, then it's not considered hypersexual, right? So if I were, for instance, to ask you, how many times should a couple have sex in a day? What would you say? Or a week? What would you say?
In a week?
Or just whatever. What you could say a month, you could say a day, whatever.
I would say in a week, 5 to 7.
What if I say 10? And both partners agree? Is that wrong?
No, both partners agree. It's never wrong.
What if I say both? Okay, exactly. So unless it's causing problems within the relationship that you have or your job or your everyday functionality, there's really no such thing. So it's really just open to interpretation. So we have to be careful if we weaponize a term like heterosexual because it's really, really gray, right? There's no black or white within that term. That's the problem with it. But when we hear it, it has a bad connotation, but the actual denotation requires two factors.
You guys said seven times a week?
That's a lot.
That's not bad. That's not. I mean,
5 to 7.
It depends on who you with. Depends on who you.
And
with.
I didn't say I said 5 to 7 times a week, which means it could be 3 times one day, 2 times another day, 1 time, 1 quickie. Over here, it don't have to be spread across days. I'm not saying 5 to 7 days. I'm saying 5 to 7 times.
Gotta clock in every day.
Clock in.
See, that's the whole thing. They see it as a job. That means you with the wrong one. If you feel like it's work, you with the wrong one.
That's crazy.
Man,
I don't feel like it's work.
It's not work, but it's not work, but it's work. Like, I mean, I don't know.
You just lay there. What are you talking about? We the one doing all the damn
Wait. Where the pillow princess
let go.
at?
Let go. If they lay there,
lay there.
No, that's work.
Let go. If they lay down, let go. You with the wrong one.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I'm just saying, like, why is it a chore?
Because it's a workout. And the body's gonna be tired. You gonna wear it out? It ain't gonna be no good. After about 4 days.
It's definitely a workout on the
That's
leg.
incorrect.
on the
Hey,
core,
I like working out.
on the hips.
Thank you, Erica. So y'all don't enjoy working out. I work out every day at the
Me
gym.
too.
Y'all don't want to work out
Me
in the
too.
bedroom? What are y'all talking about? I work out.
No, you said all she gotta do is lay down. What kind of job is that? I'm like, well, what kind of sex is that? Because that ain't fun.
What if you're dealing
You're
with somebody
supposed to
that
be throwing that thing in the circle, then back up and around town and back down again?
Mr. Lego, don't let them get the capping on here. Most on pillow princesses.
Hold on, Jasmine. What you say though? You about to say something?
I said, now what? The only way it's not gonna be work is if he's like this big and it ain't much to work with.
Right.
You didn't even know what was going on anyway.
Yeah.
You're working with somebody that's a man and got some stuff going on. That's work. That's tiring. You gotta put the hard hat on. Like, hey, I gotta go in today. Make sure I'm getting stretches in. Like,
hard
you
hat.
gotta be ready. Especially you gotta give head.
Hey, Mr. Lego, don't let them get the line to you, man. Most on pillow princesses.
You ain't never lost feeling with jaws. Like,
Hey, none of them got Megan knees.
That means they don't enjoy giving head. Man, let me be quiet. That's sad. Women who don't enjoy sex.
I'm a lady.
You said what? Work.
Women who just don't enjoy sex, I could not deal with that woman. That's crazy.
Who said that? I don't think you said that.
You literally said time to put on the hard hat because it's time to go to work. Like that don't sound like enjoyment to me.
No, you do enjoy. You want
That sound like cosplay.
every single time. You don't want to be like, hey, you just killed this the other day. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be up to par today. Like, because it's done. We buried it yesterday. Like, so.
Nah, lubrication will fix all of that. Yeah, you shouldn't break anything.
If she needs to be, listen, if she needs to be lubricated, Trev, that means she ain't feeling. Okay.
Well, I didn't say that she has to use KY or nothing like that. I just said lubrication. It should be natural if you're hydrated and you're dieting well.
Some lip gloss on it, like Rihanna said. Any of that, it's not right. Okay?
Ladies, y'all need to drink some more water because y'all don't
hydrate.
Drink some. Hydrate yourself, ladies.
Hydrate.
Y'all won't have no problems.
Stop beating on that.
I mean, but you forget it also depends on the level of enjoyment that woman has during sex.
Yes, because it ain't got nothing to do
this
with no
woman done
damn
pulled
water.
out the Dasani water. That's the problem right there.
It ain't got nothing to do
Look
with
at this
no
crap.
damn
She's
water.
drinking Deer Park water.
Okay.
What in the
It
hell?
ain't got nothing to do with the brand, the
That's
Dan, the Nam, not the dam that the
Drinking
water
soda
came out
and
of.
Deer Park
Honey,
water.
it got everything to do with
That's
you.
what the problem is right
As
there.
the man,
Yeah.
if you ain't getting that water flowing, that faucet turning, then you ain't doing nothing.
No,
Okay?
he ain't drinking real
doing
water.
that shit gonna be burning because it's gonna be dry. Okay? She don't want it. She don't want
You know
it.
what I found out about most women who talk a lot, man, about they sex game be the
Pillow
weakest.
princesses.
It'd be trash.
Yes, they be in the basement.
Talking about sex.
My gosh.
Hold on, wait, Trev. You want to know how I know they capping? Because they doing the shit that they talking about, they wouldn't even be able to get up and go to work. Have you ever tried to, like, after doing squats for about a good 15 to 20 minutes straight? If you did squats for about a good 15 to 20 minutes straight, you not getting up and just walking off like, oh, well, I can go to work now.
Yeah.
So I
Charlie
know y'all,
horse.
most of the time you're on your back, letting them do it all. He working your ass
I'm not
out.
trying to hear none of that because the men are the main
And
ones
then
that
you
do
might
that.
turn over, let them
I
hit
take
it from
your
the back for a
round
second.
tail and then bring it down, and then you get
She
to the
ain't
family with
doing
him and
none
you
of
like
that.
this big, and then he 2 minutes. Child, if you don't get out my face, if you don't
We're trying to get her following up
The
tonight.
average man, hold on, wait.
Because we talking
Voice.
about y'all coochie dry, and now y'all
Voice.
like he this.
Hold on, Mr. Lego. Hold on, Mr. Lego. Voice. The average man can masturbate and bust a nut in 11 minutes. The average woman can masturbate and bust a nut in 14 minutes. So no.
14? What? Where they do that at?
This is the average woman.
I'm
This is the average
11
woman. They did a
minutes.
study on the shit.
I'm
They did a study on it. This is just
I
from
just
strictly
need 3.
masturbation.
Give
So
me
if
3
you can-
minutes.
So if you could do it in 3 minutes, then what's the problem? Why y'all talking about lasting 2 minutes? You supposed to be able to get it done in 3.
Hey, listen, don't y'all.
I know y'all. I'm looking down at voice.
You said,
Voice
okay,
is
hold
looking-
on. Repeat what you just said. Can you repeat that?
I said the average woman busts a nut from masturbation in about 14 minutes.
That's
The average man-
clitoral. That's clitoral though. That's different. Clitoral and that's totally different.
different.
Totally different, bro.
Okay, hold on. So, okay, and then you said something about 3 minutes, 2 minutes. So, can you get back to that?
Oh, no, she voice said that, oh, y'all be just lasting 2 minutes, and you just said all I need is 3. You hear that? Voice,
That's
all it takes is 3 minutes.
Hold on. 3 for 1. But who wants to stop at 1?
We only get 1. Why you get more than 1?
Because we
What are you
built
talking
different.
about, bro? I'm on this side.
I know, man. I'm just
Speak for yourself,
But
Swinny.
hold on. My ex didn't have a refractory period. So we was always going neck to neck.
That's how y'all
3 for
always
3,
get pregnant.
4 for 4.
That's how y'all get
Hey,
pregnant.
I love the multiple.
I got a lot of
the
kids,
multiple
all right? It happens.
I bet you do.
I get what you're saying because it's like
That is great. That is testing ground for pregnancy.
that's why most women have to be like princesses, because as soon as we try to do a spin move or something, it's like hold on, wait, stop, because they don't want it to end. So it's like you can't do nothing. You gotta just lay there and be like body. Because as soon as you got the wait, a little bit, it's over.
The wait is crazy. The hold on is crazy. Get up, all that real quick.
You know what's crazy? Do y'all understand the amount of energy it takes to hold back a nut?
Depends on your
Do y'all
technique, Swinny.
understand? Do y'all
You act like women can hold back hers too. And it does take a lot of effort. I get that.
But there's no point in you holding back.
Yes,
would you ever hold back a nut?
It's an art
to make it stronger when it do come.
Yeah,
that sounds crazy.
It's an art for a woman to hold back their nut.
No, that's a whole tantric art, baby. That's a whole nother conversation.
That's what it is.
No.
You
The
fellas,
reason why
y'all
it
don't know
sounds
nothing
crazy.
about women,
The
apparently.
reason why it sounds crazy because you be doing all that holding back, and then he bust his, and then you didn't get yours. Now you sitting there talking about some. I ain't get mine. Why you holding back?
No,
I
that's
don't have
not
those
how that
problems. That's one. Okay.
I'm not saying you personally. I'm just talking
but secondly, I mean, it's just a tactic, but you got to know your audience. You got to know who you with. I mean, we talking about, you got history with this person. So yeah, you know, he good for a good 30, 45 minutes. So obviously you can hold off 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Know your audience, man. Know your audience.
I got
When you say audience, are you referring to like a voyeur?
quick question for everybody.
No,
Who
I'm
do you
referring to
think
the person
sex
you with.
is more for? Is it for the man or is it for the woman? Who
Wait,
is
what?
it more for? Who is sex supposed to be about? That's a question I
Sex
always get
supposed to be
asked.
about the woman because all we want to do is
Procreation.
get a nut. Just like Sweeney said, we're nut in 3 minutes. It should be 30, 45 minutes so y'all can get y'all's like the experience. We just want to nut and go to sleep. So it's for y'all.
See, and this is what I mean by y'all don't understand how hard it is to hold back a nut. To like a dude that can't, a dude that's going for 45 minutes. First and foremost, I don't know the 45 minutes.
That's a long time.
Sweeney, that's not that impressive, bro. That's not that
45,
impressive.
Bro, have you
45 minutes is like carrying her in another room and getting back to it. It's like, come on, man. Like, you know,
I get the experience,
yeah,
right? I get that part.
Stuff.
I'm talking about because
you know,
I get that part. When you making an experience and you going down on y'all switching positions.
you ain't never
going in
started
this
on
room,
a couch.
I get what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying.
Halfway on the couch, and then you carry her up to the bedroom, and then you finish. That's 30.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't think people know how long they actually go.
I actually do.
I count it. I look at the clock.
I'll be looking.
Right after foreplay, you look at the clock.
I
think y'all capping because I don't think y'all actually look at because
I got videos.
You got videos.
Okay.
On average, how long is the video?
But when we say 45 minutes, though, we're not saying like 45 minutes, like
it's not 45
like,
minutes.
Not like 45 minutes of like you taking breaks, like it's a 45
that's what I'm saying.
No, the only breaks you really need is to switch positions. It's not.
Yes,
you ain't gotta break it up.
Taking a breath for a second, kissing.
Like I said,
not all that.
Like I said, we can start downstairs.
You know what those breaks are? That's some old shit. I'm about to bust a nut. So hold on real quick.
That's okay. I'll take that.
I will start downstairs and carry your ass up a flight of steps and finish you off in the bed. So that's a break between the stairway.
Really?
the couch.
Wait a minute. So you actually walked up the stairs? It wasn't a continual motion while you were going up the stairs?
Well, I'll just be in there. I wouldn't be doing it because you could turn around and drop the girl down the steps, and now you're looking stupid. And that's the actual thing because you ain't got no shoes.
Carrying nobody up no damn
You
stairs.
barefooted, right? And you carrying a 150-pound woman up a flight of steps. You play around, she gonna be in the hospital. So no, you
say 150 pounds, like that's just a whole lot. Wow.
Up a flight of steps while your dick is inside of her. That's a lot.
How much you bench?
Is not that much, man.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Here we go.
When you barefooted and you slip, you can turn around and have the girl in the hospital.
Come on, fellas. We ain't gotta beat our chest for these women. Come on, man.
You don't. Look, listen, dude.
150 pounds of dead weight up the stairs after you done been working their ass out on the couch. Come on, bro.
Y'all in the hospital.
Sweetie, you ain't never dealt with no heavyweights, bro.
Did that before,
Bro,
so y'all don't.
I don't care if it's a heavyweight or a lightweight. You done worked your ass out on the couch. You done been holding yourself up in a push-up position on the couch. You done spoke out right there. And then you telling me you gonna carry her 150 pound dead weight ass up the stairs still stroking? That sound like bullshit.
You sound lazy, baby.
Nah, you can't stroke up the stairs, bro. That ain't happening. You can't stroke on your way up the stairs. You could probably get injured.
I'm not doing that.
You might get BD or something with that. Don't do that. Stroking up the stairs, sweetie? You better not.
Listen, boys, it's not lazy. It's honest. I could be honest. I do exactly what I need to do, but I ain't carrying nobody up no damn stairs. I'm just being honest. That sounds.
Well, sweetie, you like them big girls, so I get it. I know the one.
Yeah.
Oh. It's okay. I'll carry you.
No, listen, a heavyweight, you're not doing that with a heavyweight. You're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah, you ain't doing
He said $150.
You said 150. 150 is not a
heavyweight. No, that's different.
Erica, up a flight of steps.
150 is a heavyweight?
Hold on,
a flight of stairs.
Imagine carrying, because y'all think about squatting. That's not walking up steps.
Listen, I do CrossFit, so I didn't carry the 150 steps. So I'm just saying.
Have you ever had 225 or more while on a Stairmaster? The answer
you said
is no.
225
on a Stairmaster. The answer is no. Stop it. You can't.
The Stairmaster and the steps is okay. Never mind. It's okay that you can't do it. It's okay. It's okay you can't do it. It's all right.
Erica, this is how. Hey, hold on, wait. This is how you know women are capping.
And you.
How much is? Hold on, wait. Here we go. You seen an Olympic bar, right? You know what the Olympic bar is, right?
They don't.
Have you ever put 2 plates on that bar and curled it?
I did it this morning.
What's your point?
Talk about.
We getting
do you know
25 and curled it.
I can't lift shit, so I ain't saying nothing.
How much is a plate?
The plates that I put on?
Yeah.
The plates that I put on, I think were 25 or 35, but the bar already.
That's not a plate.
Weighs a good.
Yeah, he talking about a 45.
45, yeah.
That's not the point. They women.
Hold on, wait, Mr. Lego. Hold on, wait, Mr. Lego. I'm doing something here.
It's not
a bar, an Olympic bar with 2 45s on there. Hold on, wait. I'm giving context.
I can't carry that. I couldn't curl that. I could deadlift it, but I couldn't curl it.
So a bar with.
But I'm a girl.
Is 135. That's 135 right off the bat. That's just a bar with the plate. Now imagine adding an additional 15 pounds of that and just walking it up the stairs while bouncing it in your arm.
And you trying to fuck
Been done.
And you gotta fuck the barbell. No, that don't make no sense. Nobody's doing that.
But she said it's been done.
Nobody's doing it, and I'm sorry for it. You're capping. Ain't no dude walking unless that dude is muscle bound. Have you ever seen? I've seen dudes on TV.
He was like 6'4". He was like 230. I mean,
he was cut to what?
Yeah,
that was probably light. I guarantee it. But there ain't no regular dude out here bench curling 150 pounds going up the Stairmaster. That's not real. I would be lying if I told you I do that shit.
But see, okay, but you know, when we hold, it's not like you just hold. We holding back, but whatever. So we taking some of that weight off.
The last thing I would ever want to do is drop a woman down a flight of steps trying to be cool. No, I'm not.
Listen, That's dangerous.
You just gotta hop up the
I ain't got no shoes.
Hey, Walt, you gotta hop up.
How did we get here?
Yo, not to mention broke D. That's a big problem. Like,
Y'all
you
want to
could
know what's
really
tripped
hurt
out?
yourself. It's
Even
over.
when you,
And then,
It's over.
hold on, Queenie. And then, what if you don't squirt it already and my feet damn wet?
Yo, it's over.
hold on. Wait, I got an even better example. Y'all remember Baby Boy, right? Y'all remember Baby Boy, right?
Yeah, that's called Froggy style. That's Froggy style.
Y'all remember how much she was probably maybe $135 wet. And this big motherfucker Vin Rain still looked like he was he was still hopping her ass around. Guarantee it didn't look like he was doing too well.
That wasn't on the flight of steps though.
And it wasn't even on the flight of stairs. And he didn't look like he was doing too well.
Sweetie, I just want to say the whole woman holding that orgasm back thing. So that's part of domination. Like when you control if you let her come or not. You get like it make it different. You gotta try that.
Oh my goodness, thank you. Yes, that's what it is. A man is supposed to be the dominant one in the bedroom. Not only is he supposed to be the dominant one in a relationship, sometimes there's a lot of relationships where the woman is the dominant one, and not saying like she emasculates him or whatever. Maybe she may be the one that's working. Maybe she might be the one that's taking care of everything, and she's the one that's, in that state there. The bedroom, she expects you to take her down. I mean, like, whoo, like nasty, like real serious shit. She's supposed to be like, I ain't got no control in here. That's how it's supposed to be in the bedroom. That's how you're supposed to control that situation. If you ain't got that, you don't know if you don't got that. Because she won't talk to you again. I can guarantee you that.
You better hold back that nut.
That's not how you say it. They gotta ask permission to come. But that's the whole.
There you go, Marcus.
Oh my God.
Paris says she doesn't agree with the man.
What in the holy hell are we talking about?
You want the man to be like a submissive.
Weenie, you gotta make them subservient in the bedroom, bro. You can't do nothing without my permission.
These niggas right here, boy. Y'all don't watch too many goddamn 50 Shades of Grey movies, man.
I tell you to shut up while you moaning.
That's if she a moaner.
What if she's sitting there staring at you in silence, like?
Nah.
No, I'm just saying from a dominant standpoint, she moaning. I might just say, "Shut up." That's all I'm saying.
Be like, no,
shut your ass up.
Yep. That's what I mean by that. Not more so like and even pleasing your man in the bedroom, because Paris put in, she put in the comments. Even pleasing your man in the bedroom is a part of him being dominant too. That's what he's telling you, turn over, do that. That is pleasing him, get on your knees, turn over, put your legs in the air, stuff like that. That is him being dominant. But you can take control. It's not like about you taking control. I don't want to get on him. Like, it's not like you don't fuck the shit out of him. Yeah, you want to ride him good too. Like that's a part of it. Like the way he's telling you how to do things. Like he's telling you, ride me harder, go harder, bounce up and down, go this way, turn that way. That's what I mean by like dominance in the bedroom. Every woman wants that. I don't want nobody just sitting there and I'm telling him what to do to me. That's just not. That's not appeasing.
That's weird.
Have y'all ever? There was a movie I was watching on Tubi, right?
Uh-oh.
You said Tubi.
He said Tubi.
This nigga said Tubi. You be sitting around watching.
Don't sleep, Tubi.
Tubi got. Hey, we got Tubi. We got. Hey, look, we used to have Tubi Thursdays in the shop, but I realized that black folks don't know how to make movies without making a bunch of sex scenes in them. So we had to stop that shit.
Oh my God.
Like, I don't know what it is with us in movies, and we can't do a movie without padding the runtime with a bunch of sex scenes. But that's what black folks do. But yeah, there was this chick in a movie, right? And there was a dude that was very timid and all of that, right? He really liked her though. But I don't know, man, my bad, man. I shouldn't have said that. Timid as hell. There was another guy, very confident, extremely confident. Hit it off immediately. So she was dating the original friend that was timid, but she kept like sending them signals to the other guy, right? And well, one day he left them two alone, and of course, sparks flew. They wound up kissing and all that shit on the couch. He was knocking the cobwebs off that pussy until he started knocking the cobwebs off her head.
Oh.
So it was all good. She was all for that. Control me and be all that until he started knocking her head between the washer and the dryer. And that was all she wrote. And all of a sudden, it wasn't fun no more to be dominated.
Not fun no more. I'm confused. It's only doing sex. You can do anything to a
I'm
woman.
just talking shit, man. I'm just talking shit, y'all.
You can
I mean, we can do anything that y'all doing sex too, then, right?
Don't take me serious. I'm just talking shit.
Doing sex, then she'll be okay with it. Not saying you should, but you possibly, with her consent.
That's somebody said they like that shit too.
So can we do anything to y'all doing sex too? You know, when we bend y'all over too?
No, hell no.
What?
I don't know. Marcus be having that alternate lifestyle shit. So I don't know. Let him tell you. He be like,
oh no, damn! You just ran him up off this joint.
You said bye.
Can you hear me?
Hit the red light.
He said hit the red light.
Yo, why you put that on, homeboy?
What the fuck?
Nah, you back, Marcus. You back. You back. You back.
We can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
my chest hurt.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You get me?
Yeah. We can hear you.
Hold on.
What?
We can hear you, bro. We can hear you.
What happened?
We can hear you.
Jinx me with his bullshit.
We can hear you.
Yo,
Sweetie, how you gonna put that on homeboy like that?
You can hear me, and then it disappears.
Yo, you messed him up with that one, Sweeney. Damn, man, you put that on him for
every
real?
Time I happened to
man.
she came in and said, "Well, technically," so hey, shit.
I don't know if he was gonna object to that one.
He always got an explanation for some shit. I figured, like, hey, man. He might have a full-blown explanation, like, yes, but technically guys do like that shit when you peg them. Like, wait a minute now. Who said that shit?
Whoa. I don't think he was going to say that. No, I don't think he was going to say that at all, bro.
Marcus, what is Sweeney talking about, bro? What is going on?
What is he talking about?
Are you saying?
Marcus, you there? Marcus.
I
Marcus.
don't think he can hear us.
He froze. There you go. No,
yeah, I'm good now. Now,
cool.
what y'all was saying? Because I couldn't hear nothing after Sweeney talking about alternate lifestyle and getting bent over.
Yeah, that's all we wanted you to address because he put that on you, bro.
Yeah, hell no,
clear that up.
Never. Look, Sweeney, I believe in pure domination, like pure domination, like pure dom. Just understand that I'm not getting. Yeah, when I talk about alternate lifestyle, it'd be BDSM, but it won't be me being the one getting. You feel? I'm gonna be the aggressor in those situations.
So, or do you feel like you can't eat kitty then because that would be you being dominated?
But it's still you can do that in a way where, like I said, when you making somebody beg to come and all the other shit, it's different.
You can dominate a woman while you eating her out. What are you talking about? Like flip her over?
Listen. You ain't got to tell me nothing about that. All I'm saying is that a lot of people who speak like Marcus is speaking right now definitely say no. There's no way I would ever eat kitty. Ain't no woman dominating me. I know. Yes, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of people think that. That's why I just was asking him about it because some people are confused about that situation.
Because, like I said, I'm gonna eat a girl ass, so I'm gonna flip you over doing this, and then I'm gonna flip you over doing that. You're gonna be doing all that.
I knew it.
Oh, you're gonna be like you on a damn roller coaster. What are you talking about? I'm gonna dominate you while
you ain't never had no bad experiences with that, like though.
It is about that much distance.
It's risky business, bro.
What do you mean bad experiences?
It's about that much distance.
Surprise.
It's about that much distance between pussy and ass. If you doing it right, you done slipped up.
You don't.
I understand the anatomy, bro, but there's a big difference.
Hey man,
hey, listen. All right, cool.
Y'all do what y'all do. I do what I do.
Listen, I ain't met a man yet that don't eat ass. So, they're out there.
Oh damn.
And Trail,
absolutely, they're out there.
They're out.
Like it. I'm gonna eat a girl ass, and then I'm gonna spit in her mouth.
Ugh.
That's going.
And she's gonna love it.
Yeah,
Yellow tag. Yellow tag.
She gonna eat her own ass.
Especially sure you hit that like button. Also, make sure subscribe to the channel. Let's go to get it to our next topic. The next topic is gearing up to the money is not power to women. Money is freedom to women. One of the topics right here. Some successful women choose to date down to maintain control of the relationship. This shit been going on all night, man. What's going on with this? Let's go ahead. There we go.
Women, I'm talking about successful women, monetarily, that they choose those type of men. It's a fear thing. We spoke about fear earlier, right? In terms of a lot of them are new to control.
Okay.
I'm not in a rush to get that back, right? So the man that I say I want a leader. I want somebody that's gonna set infrastructure, set precedent, set this. What that really means is that I'm gonna have to be underneath this man. And I'm not ready to give up this success. I done work hard for this. I done went to school. I done built my business. I'm a millionaire. I'm this, I'm that. I'm not in a rush to go have to answer to somebody again. So because of that, I'm gonna choose a man that I know is beneath me and I know that I can control. And then when he's not living up to the man that I say I want, I'm gonna villainize him for doing so. But you're not acknowledging the reason why you chose that man.
Potential counter. I think some women actually are okay with taking care of a man. I think the conflict is that they don't think as a woman that they should or can. You're coddling, you're enabling. They make you out to be a terrible woman to actually take care of a guy.
Going on, Eric. Age, some successful women choose to date down to maintain control of their relationship. What are your thoughts? I'm gonna go to Lauren. Erica, you done?
Lauren?
No, I said we'll go to you, Erica, to the stage. Then I'm gonna go to Lauren.
Okay, so yeah, that kudos to them. I'm not doing that. That's a very bad idea. I'm not taking care of a man. I'm not dating down for any type of control. Nah, I'm good on that. You know, I want him to respect, my independent, finances, things like that. But I need a provider. I want a manly man. I don't need no man pulling from me and what I got going on. So that's a hard no for me.
Okay. So if you make 100, would you be okay if you made 75?
Yeah, I feel like we still, because because now we talking about I can get real technical with expendable income. You know what I mean? Like he might be making 75, single, no kids. You know what I mean? I might be making 100, but I got children and I got other responsibilities. So in the end of the day, he probably got more expendable income than me. So that's not a big gap there. We talking about I make 350 and he make 50. That's not gonna work out for me.
Do you make 350?
I'm just giving examples. That's all.
Okay. Go ahead, Lauren.
I also agree, and maybe it's because I've been in that situation before, so not to go down that road again. That shit can be draining, like mentally. So like the gap you were saying, 100 to 75, that's not a big gap, but like the 40, and I'm making 100, I'm making 150, you making 35, 40, 45. Like it has to be like a meet. A reasonable meet. Like it's not saying like he has to come in making 150 or 200,000. Like we're not saying like he can't make like a normal average, because like the average salary nowadays is between your 50 to 65, 70,000. So I'm not asking you to come in making $200,000-$300,000, but like she said, I'm not taking care of a man. We want somebody to provide, and you also want him to feel in his masculine area. Some men,
don't put that
take
on
a
him.
stoop to that can, when a woman's making more. So you kind of want to make sure or have that conversation to where you guys kind of know and are on the same page when it comes to income.
Don't put that on him.
Hey,
y'all like to do that a whole lot, ladies. Well, y'all sit there and say, oh, well, I don't want to make him fit. No, don't put that on him. That's all you. That's all your feelings.
And I say this from personal experience. That's why I said it in that area, or said it in that way. Use that verbiage. And that's like I said, that was me coming from a personal experience and him speaking that. So I mean, it's not all guys. So I mean, yeah, I'm not putting that on y'all.
I got a question.
All men.
I got a question for you, Lauren.
Yeah.
How much control do you like in a relationship?
I like to be heard. I mean, but and I think I was watching something the other day about the word submissive. And like I don't have to like run a household, and I grew up in a 2-parent household. And I want the man to lead, but I think there has to be actions to show that he is leading, and me seeing that action, which will make women or make me to be more submissive. If I see that he is able to lead, I don't want to, call the shots and make him feel less of, but having conversations and, constructive debates on what's going on in the house with raising kids, with finances and all, that can all be a conversation that we both have and come to an agreement, but I still want him to be able to lead our household. I still want a man to be in charge. And I think some people kind of be like, what you mean be submissive? What you mean having be in charge? Like, I mean, don't dig too deep into. Some people, I think, look too much into that and be like, they think like, oh no, I want to be independent. I want to be that. When I think you still can. But I also think a man should be able to lead his household and making those right choices to do that, so that the woman can be able to say, oh, you know what? Being submissive isn't so bad. But, that whole topic can be something different on another day. But I don't want to be in control fully, no.
Okay. Hold on real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
You see this scrolling at the bottom right here. Money is not power to women. Money is freedom to women. How you feel about that statement? Talking to you, voice.
You said me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I want to change the dynamic on that, right? Because we're talking about dating up and dating down. And
No. I want you to answer that one right there. Money is not power to women. Money is freedom to women.
Money is freedom. Oh, yeah, that's absolutely true. I don't think that women date. I mean, like, make money to attract men is not the same thing. Men make money to attract women. Like, that's a man thing. Women don't make money to attract men. We make money so that we can keep ourselves looking pretty, so that we can buy things, so that we can do things that we like. Like, we don't have to take care of our children, to take care of our household. We don't really make money because that's going to attract a man, because that usually doesn't. What our outside appearance looks like usually attracts a man. A man ain't gonna look at you and be like, oh, I want to marry her right off the bat. They're attracted to your outside look. So really, women who are powerful, I think they like that look. It's a status thing that also adds to your looks as well too. And I think that's what attracts the man. Not actually having money is the power dynamic. It's the fact of, oh yeah, she's got her own thing. Like Neo said, that's why I love her. She got her own thing going on here. That's why I love her. She's independent, but yes, she's going to let a man do things for her as well, too. I don't think it's a power struggle there. Men make money to attract women. They buy nice cars to attract women, jewelry, and wear nice clothes to attract women, because that's what we're attracted to. We're looking at his value, how much money he makes, what kind of job he's working. Can he maintain a lifestyle that I'm looking to try to maintain for myself? Or I can't really afford for real on my own, but if I had that little bit of extra help, then yeah, now I can really ball out, get the 40-inch nails, with all the diamonds on them and shit, and be really cute. So I think that that's the main focus. I don't think that women make
are
money.
you materialistic?
I think they make money.
Are you materialistic?
I'm sorry.
Are you materialistic?
Am I materialistic? I wouldn't say so, because I wasn't really raised in a household where like name brands was a thing, or having certain things like what other kids had was a thing. My dad really didn't do that. He was like, you want to look like everybody else? If everybody else jumped off a bridge, is you going to jump off a bridge too, type thing. So no, I don't think it's more of a materialistic thing for me. No, I just like money, just like everybody else.
JR, you let off the hook, bro.
Go ahead, Sweeney.
You didn't answer the question at all.
I like money, just like
No, not that question, not that. He asked you, what do you think? Money, as far as money is not power to women, money is freedom to women. And you went on a whole thing about attraction and everything else, but
it is freedom. It's just freedom. We have our own financial freedom. We don't have to really worry about a man paying for something, but we would like for him to pay for stuff. I think it's also because, you know, a man can just leave you in any split of a second as well, too, and change his mind about you. So you kind of do want to have your own money a little bit just to save yourself from that. I'm pretty sure everybody's dad or mom told them that. Like, that's common sense. Like, your mom or your dad told you, always have your own money if you're going out on a date with a guy, because you never know if he's going to get up and leave that date if he don't like you and stick you with the tag. You got to pay for your stuff, you know. So I think that's just common sense. You know, you do want to have a little bit of income for yourself and financial freedom, just in case things don't work out with that partner and you can't, you're not dependent on that person like that. I don't think you want to depend on a man fully and completely. So yeah, you want to have financial freedom as a woman. It is freedom. It is, just to make sure that we ain't out on the outs and we ain't depending on you for every single thing. Just the little things though. Keep me cute. Shit, I like lashes and stuff. Y'all see my lashes out the hair and my nails. I like to look cute. Okay, yeah, that's what it's about. For me, that's my opinion, y'all. That's just my opinion, though. Not all.
You can't look cute without lashes. I'm confused.
Yeah, I can look cute without lashes. But I love my lashes and my nails. Yes, it's just something.
Okay. I just don't understand
anything. I love my lashes.
Yeah,
I love
That's why we want the financial freedom, because sometimes y'all don't understand why we going to go pay for these lashes and get.
Yes, we love it. It just feels good.
It's because y'all don't feel cute.
No, it feels good to go and get a makeover sometimes and feel fresh and free rejuvenation. It doesn't mean that we don't feel good without.
Just like you gotta go get your haircut. I mean, you can.
Yeah, you feel fresh.
I look like a bum all the time. I'm not saying you ugly, but you know.
But we're removing something to look cute. Y'all are adding something to look cute. Is a difference.
But it's not. It doesn't.
Cutting hair off of your head,
some men
shaping
don't have
it up,
hair. They get the front
is removing something.
Is that it's enhancing to you, just like what we doing is enhancing to us.
Right? Yeah.
Same
But
thing.
it's not
Not the
enhancing.
technical removing and adding.
But it really is.
Right.
It's not enhancing.
So you don't think you putting on nice clothes adds to your handsomeness?
No, I'm saying y'all putting on.
You don't think you
these
shining up
looking
that
at
head
eyelashes.
on the top with the red?
When y'all put on eyelashes, it does not enhance your looks. Is what I'm saying.
Actually does. If you put the right length and everything, it will enhance your eyes. It will. If you probably talking about the chicks is going around with these.
Being like, yo, you seen her lashes, bro?
No, but you see her eyes. But because of those lashes, her eyes are popping. You know,
there's a difference when you have them on.
It sure is. There is a difference. There's a difference even when I'm wearing mascara and when I'm not. Like it brings more attention to your eyes. It opens your eyes more. So yeah.
Okay. It was just a question. I just didn't understand.
And we like getting it done. So that's why we like to go make our own money. So we can go and freely get it done without you saying, I don't like no lashes. So I ain't paying for them. So that's why we like to go and make our own money. So we can go and put on our eyes what you don't like. What we like.
Feel like it.
Okay, when we feel like it and when we want to, honey.
Hold on, let me get Jasmine in there. Jasmine, go ahead and contribute to the conversation, and we're gonna get the gentleman now.
Yes, well, I definitely believe that money is both empowering and definitely creates freedom for sure. Because I've been in situations where it's like I'm gonna leave it just for a relationship sense. Like I've been in a relationship where it's like, okay, I can't leave this person because I don't have the means to. And then you stay longer than you should. And then once you're like, okay, I have enough money to leave, then you actually leave. So it's definitely good to have your own. And then once you find that little bit of freedom and independence, you try to hold on to that. So it's like now every relationship after that, I'm not gonna hold the money against you or nothing like that. I'm just gonna now know, okay, this is mine over here, and I'll just use this for my own maintenance, but I'm still gonna care for you. I'm gonna let you lead. I'm gonna let you, be the man and all that stuff. But
so you agree with this statement that some successful women choose to date down to maintain control of the relationship?
No, I don't agree with that. No, I mean, I'm not saying.
Well, isn't that control? If you make your own money, isn't that you have a control to be able to make decisions, whatever decision that you so choose to?
No, not really. I mean, yes, you do get to make your own decisions, but it's not for a sense of control. It's just for a sense of you got to make that decision. Like, what man wants a woman?
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this then. Do you feel the man has more control if he makes
more money?
Yeah.
No. I don't think so, because it's like it depends on what's the decision. Like, what are we talking about? Are we talking about buying a house? Are we talking about having children? Like, what's the question that we're trying to discuss? So if it's something major, but if it's something minor, like, oh no, we're going to eat here tonight versus here. Now, if you want Ruth Chris, but I'm not trying to pay Ruth Chris money, then I might make the decision to put my foot down and be like, no, we need to save money. So it just depends on who you're in a partnership with, and you deciding, okay, how do we want to work our bills together? Like, I've dated some dudes that had little to no money, and it just depends on how they treated me and how they were. And I wasn't dating them so I could feel powerful over them or feel more dominant over them. Like,
Yes,
no, dating
you said
them.
you dated.
Huh?
You said you dated guys who had little to no money, right?
Yes.
How much control did they have over your money?
Over my money?
Yeah.
They never asked for my money.
But how much control did they have over it?
None. I mean, they
Zero,
have
right?
my bank account. No.
So what I mean by that is, could they tell when they was living with you? Could they tell you what bills needed to be paid? What what y'all should buy? Did they have any control over the decision making in the household as far as what your money does?
No, they weren't living with me. They could not live with me at that stage. No, like you do have to now.
Why not?
Because if we're gonna live together, we have to make financial decisions together. Like when it comes to splitting bills and all that type of stuff. You can't just live. You're not gonna live off of me. That's what we're not gonna do.
But would you be with? So are you saying? All right. So you're saying that he definitely could not live with you. We get that. Why? Because you're not gonna let him make that type of decision making. But if a guy has the amount of money that is needed to take care of a family, and you don't need a job, could you live with him without making a dime?
I probably
and be okay with it.
No, I wouldn't be okay with it.
Women are not the same, bro.
No, I get no shit, Sherlock. Let me finish.
I would not be okay with it. Only because of the fragility of relationships. Like, I'm a little bit of a I don't know, like a cynic when it comes to relationships, just because I know they fall apart so much, no matter how good it's going or how great you might think it is. So because I know that there's always could be like an ending point to the relationship, I always want to make sure there's always an escape plan. Like, I don't want to be sitting here just sitting around. Because if you're sitting around a sitting duck, then you're gonna end up homeless. You're gonna end up back at your mom's house or something. I don't want that for my personal life. I don't want to have to start all the way over just because I gave my heart to a man. He decided he didn't want me no more after a few years.
So basically, money is power.
Yes. I said it's empowering. It does. It gives you the power to feel like I can make my own choices, even though I don't have to. I can.
And the reason why, and part of the reason why you're saying, because the thing is, if the reason why you said that you wouldn't be okay with it is not because you know that you would be okay with it. It's because you fear that you have no power in that household.
No, I just wouldn't. I wouldn't mind, like, say if he's making decisions and he's making good decisions for the household, then I'm all for it. I don't really need to say nothing. I'd rather wake up and
with your money,
less brain cells in the day.
With your money,
with our money, yes.
No, with your money, because you're the one making the money. He's sitting there, but he makes great decisions.
Who are you talking about, though? Is this a guy that got money or a guy that don't got money?
Well, I mean, you said I'm just riding with you because you said, hey, as long as he can make great decisions, then he can make some decisions. So I had to reverse back and say, oh, but what about if it's with your money?
He not gonna do that with my money.
No, he made great decisions.
He said
stash.
I wouldn't even know.
He makes amazing decisions with money.
He would have his own money though.
Right. That means he don't make good decisions.
I got a question for Trev. Trev, you there? Trev.
Yeah, we good.
Okay. Have you ever dated a woman where she needed the lashes?
Nah, not really. I mean, listen, I definitely understand the point that Voice is making, right? When you look at the Instagram people and all of that.
You ever dated a woman?
Not that needed it. No, not that needed it. No.
She looked the same? Or did she look better?
She looks different. It's just an enhancement, but it's not absolutely necessary. It's not necessary. Not absolutely necessary. What am I missing? I mean, I don't think it's necessary. I don't care. I'm not a big makeup guy, right? But I feel like
I used to think the same way until I seen it without it. And I was just,
oh, damn.
I had to get a little closer. Like,
you can't saying that out loud, man.
No. Well, it's the thing because like the kids nowadays have lashes, but I think Okay, move on. I'm just. I mean, they do that. The point I'm making is that they do project. So I can understand like the necessity or the enhance. It's a good enhancement. It may be something, but just being realistic, like it does. I'm not talking about being caked up, but like some enhancements, I might be okay with. I'm like, okay, yeah, that do look a little bit better. That do look a little bit better.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it.
Can do that, yeah.
As long as it's done flattering.
Erica, what are you doing, Erica?
I was trying to plug my phone up.
Go ahead, Shred. My fault. My apologies, man.
Oh yeah, so I kind of had a gripe with the way that we are basing so much value on the money, right? It's always that. It always comes down to the money. Like, why do we always view a man's worth according to his money? Like, one of the most underpaid jobs on the planet I have the most respect for, and that's a teacher. They only make low 40s to about mid 70s, and that's it. That's difficult to make a living off of in today's day and age. But if they are passionate about teaching children and they want to have an impact on the world, what's so bad about that? And another thing you have to understand is that this money thing doesn't really make you. Money can be here today, gone tomorrow. Does that person have any moral character? And then you have to just consider how valuable men actually are. If you start to put things together as how much, if he itemized what it is that he does at the house, you know how much money I save for, like, just from the way I hooked up the surround system, or the fact that how the networking is all good because I do IT stuff, or the fact that I could go and change your headlight when I call in the shop, or just anything. How much stuff that men actually do that you don't have to pay for, how much money you save. A penny saved is a penny earned. Men are far more valuable than that. And that's the major gripe I have with that. I understand that, you know, women have a hypergamous nature in most cases, and it's dangerous when they decide that they want to be a career woman, because they start to lose respect and value men a lot less when they make more money than him. And it's a dangerous dynamic because it's going to be dysfunctional. Once you decide that I'm over you, or you can't tell me what to do, and now you're going to be more dominant and I'm supposed to be feminine, that it gets weird. And you can't possibly function like that when you try to belittle a man based on what his salary is, or because you think that you're better than him, or because maybe you have more degrees than him. It's crazy because men don't behave like that. We just heard Jasmine say like she wouldn't support, you know, a dude. And that's understandable. I get it. But men don't behave like that for the most part. We have money. We have no problem taking care of the women that we are with. It doesn't matter if you have no money. But if a woman, we're supposed to be talking about equality here now. We're supposed to be at an age where women have the same opportunities now. So we can't sit here, have it that way, while simultaneously calling men bums or losers because they're not doing anything, unless we can also consider you bums, losers, or bloodsuckers because you get to live off of a man. You can't have it both ways. Either we're going to be living in the world of equality, where we're both bums if we don't make any money, or not.
What up? What up? What's up?
Erica, what you got to say to that? Because you over there shaking your head. I gotta hear this.
Well, that's because we not equal. We weren't born equal. We not gonna die equal. We not equal. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. Okay. And just like, you know, we, you know, don't want no bums. I mean, we could say the same things about y'all probably don't want no ugly chick, you know? So she may have a lot of character, you know, and a lot of other stuff, but some men just won't date a woman that's not attractive.
So can I ask you a question? When did he stop being a man because he didn't make the money that you thought he should make?
He didn't. No, right, I'm speaking. Okay, you're right, but I'm speaking on equality right now. So that's what my topic is. You know, right, I'm speaking on equality.
If we're not equal and he doesn't make the money that you deem he should be making, at what point does that make him less of a man?
It doesn't. He just ain't gonna be mine.
Oh, I'm fine with that, right?
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. I respect, I respect a hardworking man. I think the numbers is like there's only like 2% that's making six figures.
You respect a hardworking man, but you don't want a hardworking man.
It does not fit in my life. It does not fit in my life.
Same. So by that connotation, Erica, even though you're not actually saying it, you're demeaning a man, and you're basically saying that you are upper, you're better than him. He's not on your level.
Okay. So this is the thing. It wouldn't be fair for me I know what I like to do and I know what my lifestyle looks like. So how is that going to look if I'm with somebody who can't provide that, or who can't go to the same rooms I'm in, because of, how can I say this? Because I've done all this before, I've tried it and it just doesn't work. I like to, I like to leave the country. I like the finer things in life. When I leave the country, I like 5-star resorts. I like flying first class. There's certain things that I'm accustomed to.
Everything you're saying, when I'm listening to you, you're not a partner. You are a bill. And the way that you dress it up in a manner to where it's like, because you've experienced this, I can hear at some point in time, you've demeaned or you minimized the man that you were with. At some point in time, there's some form of frustration that I can hear. You don't have to tell me the experience. I can hear by the way you're talking about it. When you said you respect a hardworking man, he just won't be your man. That let me know right then and there. You do think that you are above me and that you make more than.
We can agree to disagree, but I don't. I just know it doesn't work because I've tried it.
Why can't it just be a preference thing?
Right. I was going to say, or why can't it be like a thing where it's in the family or a household where both partners are working together to try to like get things? Because that works. The economy is a lot different than the 1960s.
You're right. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you exactly why. To answer y'all question, Jasmine and Boyce, it's because money is tangible. That's it. It changes. Money is a moving variable. You will never have the same amount of money. So at this very point right now, all of us women on this panel could be absolutely making more than these men. I don't care about nobody's finances. But the reality is everybody's experiencing inflation. So just because at one point in time you was able to ball out and you were able to do everything that you're doing, that should not change your character. So when y'all are sitting here saying money is empowering, but you're not actually using the word power, and you're saying that money, is not the thing that women go after to gain over men, you're basically contradicting your entire argument, all of you, because money is not a preference. Money changes. Exactly. What is a preference is your attraction level. So basically, if you're adding money to your preference, you're adding money as your attraction. You can be bought.
No, I'm thinking more of in the sense like, say, how like salary gaps, like, we women, we go to school, we get masters and stuff like that so that we can make a certain amount of money. So let's say you meet men that do the same thing. I met a lot of men that like pretty much doing the same thing. They're like, okay, I'm a high value man because I went out to learn certain skills and learn these certain trades and these certain things so that I can make a lot of money, because that was just his preference in life. He just wanted to make a lot of money. Then there's some men that, they only preferred, just get the bare minimum, or just like it doesn't matter how much they make. Like, they can work at the gas station, that's fine. You can work 70-80 hours a week and you may not have enough time to spend with me because you work a lot. You're a hardworking man, but we don't get enough time together. Or you could be an entrepreneur that you make a lot of money at home and you sell your products and stuff, but you make $100,000 a year. So it's like the money part of it. It just, I can see how Eric can say like, oh,
I'm going to be honest. Y'all are not infatuated with the money. You're infatuated with the title of the man that you can carry with you. You're not infatuated with the money at all. Because if you were actually infatuated with the money versus what he can make it look like, then you would understand that most entrepreneurs can't sustain a business past 3 to 5 years. Most of them are not making a substantial amount of money to even coax a lifestyle. They're doing what they have to do in order to get by, right? So even when you're talking about the ideology of money or traveling or making a trip, even Erica mentioned going out the country, What's stopping me from going out the country if I join a travel group? Because I can get it at a discounted rate. I just choose not to. And I work a regular standard 9-to-5 job. Now, I will say I do make a little bit more than other people. I do have residual income. But at the end of the day, what it sounds like is a lot of times women are not infatuated with the money whatsoever, because the quickest way for a woman to get rich in America is by marriage, is by joining her income with a man. So if it was really about the money, we would see more Black women trying to mitigate into marriage. This is about status. We like the way things look or sound or appease to other people. And Erica confirmed it when she said she can't even walk in certain rooms with certain men.
Hold on.
I like to work together with my partner. And personally, from my personal experience, me and my fiance started from the bottom. Now we were very equal. It wasn't like I was making more at my job. We was both working 9-to-5 jobs, putting in even amounts to get apartments, places to put down on our home, to be able to take trips with our family. Everything is even. We don't care who makes the money here. Like, it's not a thing of I make more money than you, then I'm telling you what to do. Or no, I'm making more money than you, so I'm going to tell you what to do. It's no. Whoever can fit this bill, or whoever can pay this joint right now, if I can't pay it enough, we're going to put together whatever money we got so we can make sure we're
Voice.
I hold tight, lady. Let me get the men. Let me get some of the men involved in this conversation. We go Sweeney, and then we go to Marcus. Let go Smooth.
So I got a question for Erica too, but I'm gonna ask Voice this question. So Voice, you said everything's equal, right?
Not men and women equal. All of our finances is equal. Yes.
Right.
That's
So
the way you save money.
hold on, wait. So let's say you get a substantial increase in your income, right?
Mm-hmm.
To supersede his, that'll make up for his, and he loses his job tomorrow, and he get a job. The next job he can get only earns him $30,000 a year. Would you stay with him to the end of your life?
Yes, because that doesn't change the person who he is and how he treats me, what money he makes. What is the third? If I'm still making that money, how is that? How am I losing out on that with that man making $30,000? It's still money. That's
no.
Still
I took your answer face value. All right, my question for you, Erica.
Money added to it. It doesn't matter how much he's making. If I'm making $50,000 and he's making $30,000, all right, we got $70,000. Then let's go.
Okay.
We got bread together.
How long y'all been together?
Our money together.
How long y'all been together?
We known each other since high school, so it'll be 15 years, but we've been together for 6 years. Been married for 3.
All right, Erica, real quick.
Okay.
You said one of the things you said was very interesting when we talked about, when I was asking Jasmine about the income and we was talking about that. You said it's because we're not equal, right? Do you believe in equal pay?
Ooh. Do I believe in equal pay?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's such a loaded question.
Please say no.
I do.
Y'all do not deserve equal pay. So,
Mr. Lego, don't load the cunt for him. Let her answer.
I want to say this very carefully. I don't expect equal pay because I know that it's not really a thing. Most of the time, I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I retired over 10 years ago. I'm not in that sector. I don't know.
Fair. Do you believe in equal opportunity? Like you should have the same opportunities as the man across from you?
As the man across? No.
Why not?
Because we not equal. I mean, okay. You always gonna be stronger than me, no matter what, right?
So all right, so let me make it straight up. So you go for a job, right? It's a VP job.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all both got the same credentials. The guy tells you, I'm hiring a guy because you're a woman. Do you feel like you was treated fairly?
Where are we getting at with this?
I don't let her answer the question. I don't need you to interject.
We just don't know what the hell going on.
Well, because let the conversation rock out and you will understand.
Was he more qualified? Or did we have equal qualification? He said, listen.
Everything the same, right down the middle. The only difference is he says, I'm hiring him because he's a man and you're a woman.
I would be pissed, but I would understand.
Why?
I would understand. A lot of people in corporate and higher corporate don't like to have women in some of the higher positions because of our emotions. The same reason that, you know, we probably haven't had a woman president yet. So like I said, I wouldn't like it, but I would understand.
It's not
the only time that I will fight for that is if I was more qualified for the position.
That's not because of our
Let's say you, all right, I'm gonna grant that. Let's say you're more qualified than him, and they say, I'm gonna hire him because he's a man and you're a woman.
Okay, now we have a problem. Yeah.
Why?
I'm more qualified.
What if the fact that you can potentially get pregnant disqualifies you? What if the fact that you can potentially get pregnant disqualifies you?
But what if I can't get pregnant?
But
What if the fact that you have children disqualifies you?
a lot of women can't have children.
No, I mean we can be factual. I do have children, so they don't want to. But what if he has children?
Here?
So okay, so are we apples to apples? So we got a man and we got a woman. We got me and we got a man. I'm more qualified. I have kids. He has kids.
The issue would be that most times men who have children actually spend exponentially more time at work versus women who have children, because they do have someone to provide for. They have someone to rely on them for. It is seen that they have more priorities.
So the reason why I asked this question,
the man's opportunity in the workforce field.
the reason why I asked this question, right, is because you said that we can't be equal. So for instance, a man in your mindset probably couldn't be a stay-at-home dad because y'all not equal. He has this role, you have your role. You would say, hey, that's my role as a stay-at-home mom. I should be allowed that because we're not equal, right? Well, in the same token, if you're saying that you couldn't date a man or deal with a man that makes less than you because y'all not equal and he's a man, he should be the head of the household in that aspect, then you should also carry that into the workplace, because your womanhood would disqualify you based on the fact that there's a lot of things that would disqualify you in the workforce. Whereas like they may have to pay more benefits because of your potentiality of getting pregnant. They may have to give you time off or time leave, and they may say, well, I don't have to give that to a man. He can come in and work his entire life and I never have to worry about him getting time off or potential time off or any of that. So he would say, well, because you're a woman and he's a man, I would give him the job over you, even if you may be more qualified, because simply your biology disqualifies you.
Can I go? Because I don't know what the hell.
No.
Because like, what the hell are we talking about? Like,
hold on. Mr. Lego wants attention. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want some attention. What the fuck? I'm about to fall asleep. What the fuck y'all talking about? Yo, to add to what Paris was saying, this whole issue with money is not power and money is freedom. Women have an issue with penis envy. Women think they're powerful or free when they're not used to either of these things, power or freedom. And when a woman gets some money, she starts to think she's something she's not. And to anybody that's ever had a lot of money or made a lot of money, at some point you lost a lot of money, which means you have an understanding that shit could be all over the place. So as a man, most men, they don't run around with this bravado. Oh, I got money. You can't tell me nothing. No, only women do that dumb shit because women operate like children. You give a woman some money, she's going to do something stupid with it. So overall, if you as a woman are accustomed to the money or to the freedom or to the power, you wouldn't act stupid when you get it. And that's the biggest problem to this, is about the freedom. Just like Jasmine was like, if I have some money, I feel free. Why the hell you can't feel free without the damn money? If I'm in a relationship and the woman got a lot of money and I don't want to be with her ass no more, I'm not going to be with her ass no more. Money is not going to make me stay with the damn woman.
It's not the same.
I'm used to money. So money is not going to give me freedom in a relationship. Money is not going to give me power in a relationship because I am who I am regardless of some goddamn money. But the problem is y'all asses ain't never had no money, so you ain't used to power and you ain't used to freedom, and that's why y'all act so damn stupid when somebody gives y'all asses some money.
That is two different things, sir. You're crazy. I see what you're doing with it. I just don't necessarily agree because I do feel like that money does afford women the opportunities to fuck up and have somebody else cop out for them. Because when you got money, like, right, who's gonna tell you how to maneuver? When you don't have money, you're reliant and dependent on other people in order to sustain you. And we can do that because we have the privilege of just being a woman. There's always going to be someone who's going to feel bad for us. There's always going to be someone who provides us a form of an excuse. If we sit around a year without a job, nobody's going to look up and go, well, she needs to get off her ass. But it's no way a man can sit around without a job for a year and it be acceptable. Don't nobody judge him. Don't nobody ridicule him. People stop looking out for him. Worst case scenario, he'll end up getting a woman who could compensate for him and sustain his livelihood, and he'll start fucking around multiple women with low self-esteem just to accommodate for it. But there is no woman up here who can tell me she can be without a job for 2 or 3 years and she wouldn't be able to sustain close to the type of ideology that she wants.
I
don't think I would.
Not a woman, but I haven't had a job in 6 years. I just want to say that.
You got a fucking job. Go. You make money somewhere, sir.
Hey, y'all, hold tight real quick. I had another video pertaining to this topic that I wanted to throw in there. This one more video I want to squeeze in there.
Things that a lot of the women that come up here and say also is that they're bosses. And I'm going to be honest, looking at my own family, black women boss up right now. And I love it. But being a boss comes with some responsibility. Yeah. So the black men that I know are bosses. That are bosses, especially in romantic relationship, there's almost an expectation because of their position to put their partner in position. It doesn't mean that they have to do everything for them. It does mean that they're expected to put their partner in position to succeed, whether that's paying for school, whether that's supporting them through another degree or a transition in jobs. I guess I'm wondering, and maybe it's because this recent burst of success is like newer. What is it about black women in these new positions of power and it seeming so unattractive to put a black man in position to win?
Talk about it.
Stop.
When you say it like that, when you say it like that,
when Mike, and I'm not even talking about, I'm not talking about settling for a bum.
All right, go ahead, Marcus. I just want to add another video to the conversation.
Okay. I had a couple different points. One was, I've said this time and time again, I don't believe that any change in or fluctuation of finances limit or change my ability to be a man within a relationship. I think as long as trust, respect, and communication is there, I'm still gonna always be who I am in that relationship.
Facts.
I also think that what tends to happen is when women settle for the man they don't want and they're in a relationship with that man, when they make more money, they may inflate their worth, that now they deserve the man that they actually wanted. And now you can nitpick at the things that were okay when you felt you were of a lower success pattern or lower success level. And in doing so, you're not intentionally dating men to have power over them. They're dating the men that they can date. And because they can't date those men, they tend to have the power over them because the men that they actually want, it's not enough of supply of them, or they weren't able to get that man. What was the next thing about? Do some bossed up women look down on helping put their man in position? Again, that goes back to the first thing. If they love that man, it wouldn't matter. Like when Voice was speaking about with her man, I'm pretty confident in the fact that no matter what position he was in, she would work with him. If she had the opportunity and ability to put him in position or help him get to a position or grow, I don't think in any way, shape, or form it would hinder or change the dynamics of that relationship because she actually loves and respects that man. I can hear that from the way she talks about him on the pod. it's really about, are we dating people that don't respect us? Because if your finances change, the way she respects you, she never actually respected you. She respected money. And I think that's a larger societal problem. If you date somebody just for the money, it's never gonna work out. We always gonna end in the divorce cycle because things change. People get hurt. People get injured. People get promotions. If your family is contingent on somebody making sure they earn more than you, that family is doomed to fail. Date men you respect. As simple as that.
Hey, Mark, I add one little thing to that.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to say that's not contingent upon saying that a man should only be solely driven by a woman's monetary gain. Like one thing that I'm adamant about, I would never deal with the man when he only get his motivation to get on his shit if he in a relationship. I would never do it because the moment that we're doing bad, our whole success of our stability is based off of whether or not you like me in the moment. And you also see those men behave that certain type of way with their children. They only take care of the kids with the baby mama that that's their favorite at the time. So I would never encourage that, right? And I feel like the issue in between this conversation is the inflated ego that Black women haven't addressed, that we've attained because of our low totem pole of monetary value and monetary assets. We need to really sit back and look at where the fuck that came from, because it's no reason why money changes our character so much to the point where not only are the men suffering, we telling our kids, you don't need to fuck with people. Fuck, if you got everything, you good. We telling our family, fuck them. We telling our friends because we got money, we don't need them. Like, we literally disintegrated the entire community due to us just trying to get the bag.
Oh,
and
my
it
bad.
goes back to penis envy.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying that's like I said, I agree with what Paris said. Women have like ruined their own lives and their children's lives and all these other people's lives and refuse to find a good man. And hence to the last topic, y'all are pookie pickers. Y'all get with dudes that actually are trash or stupid or inept or incapable, due to the fact that you want to feel like you are in some type of power due to your penis envy. And due to that, the majority of you have had babies with losers and bums, and all y'all run around doing is complaining about the bum that you chose to let nut in you, and next thing you know, it's everybody else's fault. So that's exactly.
You have to
So
stop spreading that misinformation because you feel a ways about baby mamas. The reality
okay, Paris, can I finish? I'm not. No, I was talking. Paris, can you calm down a second?
I'm not upset.
I'm not done talking. Can you just wait? Can you not interrupt me? Can you not interrupt me? Can I finish? So
after that, I'm gonna explain why you.
Okay, you can explain it after that. Keyword after that. So when it comes to the bossing up thing, ladies, y'all are not bosses unless you actually have 5 or more employees. Okay, and none of y'all asses have 5 or more employees, so y'all asses aren't bosses. Now, Erica, if you have 5 more employees, cool. But most of y'all asses don't have no goddamn employees, and y'all run around wanting to be a goddamn boss. And that is the reason why y'all get in a relationship with a bum or a loser, so you can feel the power of a boss in a relationship, not at work, because you don't run shit at work. You got a boss.
All right, go ahead, Paris.
I want you to stop spreading information about the majority of Black women are having babies by deadbeats. First of all, Black women ain't even having kids no more in surplus.
I just said deadbeats. Bums is different.
Hold on, let go. You gotta let us finish.
Bums, deadbeats, I don't care what you call it, because every statistic in America at this point in time, blackstatistics.org, all of that denounces your entire argument. One, Black women not even having kids like that no more. First of all, and that's including teen pregnancies as well across the board. All of that is low. Secondly, at this very moment, it's 48% of Black men who actually do have children, and the 18% that father majority of the children of the 2/3 of women, Black men still lead the highest demographic of most active fathers. So referring to them as bums also it's not giving what you think it gave. Then the final thought on that is at this very moment, Black men still make more than Black women, and Black men are still having to deal with all the stresses of child support and alimony and everything else that white men and Indian men and Mexican men and all the rest of them got to deal with. So at the end of the day, your whole points about that are null and void. You can't keep saying that shit, especially with your platform. You can't keep lying on us like this.
Most women's first baby daddy was a bum.
All right, let me go ahead and get Trev in there.
So that's what that is.
Go ahead, Trev.
Yeah, I think that one of the main reasons that when women boss up and avoid men that are doing their thing too is not just because they're harder to obtain, because those men are ready and available a lot of times. It's just that they're not willing to deal with what comes with that man, right? There's the structure that he provides is sometimes overwhelming for some women, right? There's a lot. You can't come with that nonsense that you were doing with the whoever else you were dealing with in your life that was not that man, right? There's order, right? And there's a certain way that he's going to do things. There's a certain amount of demand that he has. And like Let Go was alluding to earlier, that power is hard for them to let go. And you can't overpower a man like that at all, right? The second point I wanted to make was how men are not usually put in position, right? And it's embarrassing sometimes for a man to have to be put into that position by a female, right? Unless you have a really nurturing, understanding woman who really cares for you, right? So, but that's not always common. A lot of times women expect you to have everything in order first. You at least need to be on their level. But that's not how we do it. We can have a woman who's not in position, and we're going to go ahead and pay for them books. We're going to do everything that we need to do to get you through that college if we have to. We'll do everything to make sure we'll talk to our people to put you on and everything. We are more willing to do that. And there's no problem with that, right? You're not embarrassed to receive that help. And we are certainly willing to aid you in whatever it is to level you up so you can get as close to us as possible. So I think that women sometimes just have to think about men that they're choosing, right? And try to base it more so off of his character. Forget about, and I understand you can't have somebody who's not trying to do anything, right? You want a man who's about his business. That's understood, right? Because at the end of the day, we expect women to do that, right? Me personally, I wouldn't want to be with a woman who is just elevated so high over me that I can't do anything. And that's mainly because I already know the type of treatment that I would receive in most cases if she were doing more than I was financially in particular. She's going to try to dominate me. And that's the problem. That's something that I can't deal with. I can't see myself ever being dominated by a woman. And that's what happens a lot of times. Women become domineering when they feel like they're doing better financially.
Go ahead, Erica.
I was going to say a lot of it also depends on how old you are, like where you're at in your life. So 10, 15, 20 years ago, I was absolutely willing, and I have built, with my partner, because we were at that era, like this is what we do. I think you get to a certain age, a certain point, it's like, I need you already built. I'm too old to be, and we too old to be, trying to do all this. So, I know it may come off. I'm not a gold digger by means, not at all. But I found that when I have tried, dating men that make a significantly, lower amount, that also hindered, some of the rooms that they've been into. So when I said that in some rooms I can't bring some of those men in, it's because when I've tried to, it's been embarrassing because they didn't know how to be in those rooms. They didn't know, how to dress, how to talk, how to eat, So it's more so is we need to have these things in common. I'm not doing tit for tat. I don't walk around saying, oh, I'm a boss and I make this. What do you make? No. That's not what it is. And I'm not going tit for tat. But these tax brackets are different than these tax brackets. So I'm sorry. I'm not building with no man in my 40s. I can't even do it. You know,
Erica,
he needs to
I
come pretty
understand
built
that.
up,
I
and we can
understand that,
continue.
Erica. I understand that, Erica. Like, but the problem is you're referring to tax brackets, but everything that you've described, like bringing them into the room, things about his character, right? Way before I had money going for me, I knew I could go into any room. You could bring me to any bando, you could bring me to any building. I'm going to be fine. And I've been in those places and I can still go places. Way before I had any type of money going on. None of that. I know how to talk to people. Having a person who has a sound mind doesn't necessarily reflect on their tax bracket. That's different. Those are two different things. And it seems like you keep bringing those two together.
Also, that's because a lot of them have correlation. A lot of them have a lot of not for every situation, but a lot of them correlate. A lot of it is socioeconomic. It really boils down to that.
But I just want to say this though.
I think that's exactly what we're talking about.
Right.
I think that's exactly what we're talking about is the problem that we are conflating the two. And we're judging men's character by their tax bracket. And I gave a perfect example of less like a man who would have been a teacher. So, of course, he's educated, right? It's more than likely that he's going to be able to know how to conduct himself. But he's not going to have that money that you're talking about. And there's plenty of other examples of men that are great men that would care for you, that would love you, that would spend time with you, right? That would be able to do everything that you want a man to do aside from finances.
And I wouldn't say that to minimize the finances, right? Because I do feel like that at a certain point, right, it's just some things that are no longer considered a qualifier for me because it's already my expectations. I expect you to come here with a car. I expect you to come here with a job. I expect you to come here with your own house. So those things are not even a part of the conversation anymore. But what you're talking about is somebody who's simply cultured. And I can promise you, I probably come from one of the most poorest families ever. And I got just as much experience in different spaces as anybody. Like my intelligence alone has afforded me to be in rooms that I never even thought I would be in. And my mother has a speech impediment and my father never graduated high school. So I don't think that this is a thing of actual men's money. Everything you're speaking about is character. You wanted him to have a persona. You wanted him to have a certain niche. And that's why I say you guys you're not stuck on the money. I don't believe you're actually stuck on the money. The money is the cover up. You're actually stuck on something else. You're stuck on the ideology that he doesn't fit the mold to make you feel confident when you introduce him to people.
But here's the thing with this. All of that being said, money does not build character. Money doesn't build character. People build character. When you're around people, you learn certain mannerisms, what's not right in certain rooms. You know not to go to a dinner table at a place and dress in some sneakers at a high-end 5-star restaurant. You know to dress in some nice clothes. You can teach people how to do things just based on what you know. So when you say in tit for tat, is it that you don't want to teach somebody something that you feel like you already know? Because then you could just say that. I don't feel like teaching somebody something that I feel like they should already know. Then you need to find somebody that fits all those things that you know. You wouldn't want to date somebody that you don't want to teach. But that's a part of being a part in a partnership. You're supposed to teach one another. So if you're not willing to do that with that person, there shouldn't be any partnership there.
You hit the nail on the head. The issue what we're having is now we got so many women, they've already trying to gravitate towards their experiences that they leave no room for growth with their man. So when you guys do elevate, the first thing you say is we outgrew each other because of money. I was moving at a rate he wasn't moving at because of money. Because again, this is the tangible in the relationship. You cannot control family circumstances. You cannot control money. You cannot control the economy. You cannot control what happens to your child. You can't control none of these things. But at the base of it, are you sitting there looking at a person, you go, I like him. At the end of the day, are you looking at this person that's go, even on my worst days, we gonna fight to the death, right, wrong, indifferent. We're having women who have garnished so many experiences without the man to the point where when the man comes there, there's no wow factor there for him. She can't even be impressed anymore. how are you leaving room for there even to be a thing where he can make you have butterflies, especially even if you're talking about the money? Because if you're saying that you already got everything, you've already done everything, at what point does he fit? What are we doing?
All right, let me get Sweeney in there then, Jasmine.
To speak to what Erica said, right? This is where we go wrong a lot of the times, because I feel what you're saying. You're saying, man, I can't take him. There's certain areas I can't take him in because he doesn't understand, or he may not know how to know which fork to use and things like that, right?
Or he ain't got a passport, right?
Or he don't have a passport. He don't know how to dress or whatever, right? This is where we go wrong at. The people that do, it's already a lifestyle. They grew up in it. They've been in it. They family, their parents were that, their parents were that, and they've grown up in it. They eat at the dinner table like that. They dress like that just because. So when you look at that man and you say, hey, you don't know which fork to use. Well, wouldn't that be a reflection on the household to begin with? Because you don't go out and pretend to be that thing. They don't. When you encounter those people in these spaces, they're not pretending. They are those people. But when we go into those spaces, and I'm just talking about average, regular folks, we have to pretend to be that thing because that's not our real life. See, and that's why I think a lot of women get it wrong, because they would say things like, oh, I can't take them to Ruth Chris because he don't know which fork to use. Well, no, technically you can't take him to Ruth Chris because that's not how y'all eat at home. No, you can't technically take him he can't technically dress that way because that's not how y'all dress in general. He don't wear suit and ties every day. He's a goddamn plumber. And you may be a boss and whatever, but he doesn't live that life regularly. But here's the difference between us and y'all. Us as men, if we elevate, if our lifestyles are somewhere elevated, our women automatically elevate with us because we engulf them in that very lifestyle. We eat like that every single day. We dress like that every single day. We move like that every single day. We go in those spaces every single day. So she learns by being around it. But where y'all go wrong as women, because there are some women that maybe out-earn their men, but you stop the buck at earning so damn quickly that you don't realize just by being around that man, he's going to learn all that shit. He's going to wind up knowing how to dress because he's going to look at the other men in the room and be like, oh, okay, wear that suit and tie, okay. When he's in a room, or if y'all eat like that because that's how y'all eat, because those are the type of dinners that y'all have, he would know how to use a fork and a spoon, know what fork the spoon to use, because that's the lifestyle that y'all live. And that's the difference between us. And that's why we have such a problem in our community, because y'all are making so much money, but y'all want it all. You want the ability to be able to elevate yourself into this upper echelon of society, but then you don't want to have the ability to elevate somebody up with you. You saying, well, you got to come just like me. Well, how has that been working out for y'all? Not you specifically, but how has that been working out for these women who say, I need him to have the same shit I got? And they out there because we know that there are more men in each tax bracket outside the lower ones than there are women. Every single one of them. Men out-earn men double the amount as far as $250,000 or more than our own black women. Double. So they're out there. How has that been working out for them?
Should I go? Okay. But yeah, it's just for me personally, like, so I'm a fashion designer, and I'm in like the design world, like in the corporate space too. So it's like when I would go to a lot of fashion shows and stuff, you want to take someone with you. So I wanted someone that's a little fashionable. Don't matter how much money you make, I just gotta have fashion sense. So that was just one of the main things for me when I was like dating and stuff. But I feel like every person I met, I would try to help them be whatever they want to be. So I'm not saying I'm the most successful person or I'm like in the best space or whatever, but if I have any resources, I'm passing it down to them. Like, hey, okay, so you want to meet this person? What do you want to get into? Like, I'm trying to level them up and help them get to whatever they want to get to. Because like I said, I don't have a problem dating men now we've got that much money. Like, as long as they're good guys and they, treat me right. Like my current partner, he never had a lot of money or anything like that, but he washes my hair or he paints my toes. Like, he does things that makes me feel good. So it's like, if you're gonna pamper me in other ways, like, you don't gotta buy me stuff, like, cause I can buy myself stuff, but you gotta you gotta take care of me like a princess, like make me feel good, make me feel loved and like wanted, and give me massages and stuff, and then teach me how to be better with money, because I like to shop. I like to blow money. So it's like I like that he balanced it out where he's like, okay, yeah, you don't need that. I'm like, yes, I do. No, you don't. Like, so it's like he helps me to like not go crazy. And that was a major thing for me. He didn't have a car when I met him. He still doesn't have a car. But it's like, I say, you can use my
He ain't
car.
got no car.
No. But it's like, there's Uber and we go everywhere together. So it's like, you don't need a car. Like, we can just ride together. It's fine. And so
Is he a pookie?
he's a pookie. What's a pookie? What's a pookie? I may be a little too country for that. What's a pookie?
Okay. He ain't got no car. See, this shit I'm talking about right here, y'all. This is shit I'm talking about.
He's had a car before. It does not like, is he just
everybody's had a car before. That ain't no justification. He's still a damn pookie.
Did you say you was gonna go?
Huh?
Did you say you was gonna go?
We travel together. It's fun.
Oh, they travel together.
Yeah, so we do everything together.
He drops you off at work.
No, I work from home, so you get lucky with that. So
so he rides around in your car?
Yes.
Get off her man bumper, let go. Let her tell her story.
It's fine, but see, that's what I'm saying. It's like you gotta.
It works for them.
It
We're
works.
literally
It's all
talking
that
about
matters.
money.
Because I
And
met
y'all
men.
get onto her because of the fact that her man doesn't have something that's fucking replaceable, and she's sitting there holding him down and making it work. Why would you do that?
My man that had 2 cars, he had a nice car and a Jeep. My ex-man cheated on me all the time, like a dog, and he was trash. Like I wanted to stab him. So it's like I don't care what you got. Like be a good person.
You can't ask women to sit there and look at your character and look at how you provide.
I'm sorry. I'm not that person, Paris. If a man ain't got no goddamn car, okay. If a man don't have no damn car, okay, there may possibly be some things that he may possibly need to be working on. Not no damn woman. Get your damn life together, sir.
What is his
now,
life?
I don't know.
Jasmine, what city do you live in?
Huh?
Hold on.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. What city do you live in?
I live in North Carolina.
You need a goddamn car in North Carolina. Stop it.
You need a car everywhere.
In the country.
So
don't need no damn car.
you need a car in North Carolina. I've been in North Carolina plenty of times. You need a car in North Carolina.
But that's the thing.
So look, I'm not judging you. Paris, calm down. I don't know what's going on with you, Paris.
Keep saying to calm down. I'm not upset.
Okay, calm down. Calm down. So Jasmine, I'm not judging your situation or whatever.
You are.
It just hit me like you ain't got no car. What the fuck? So that's just me, you know what I'm saying? Live your life, have fun or whatever. But it kind of explains how, like I said earlier, how most of y'all first baby daddies be bums. This how it starts.
But how does that make someone a bum because they don't have a material item? Like that's, I would call
He
it
has a job. Jasmine has a job, right?
It's a way to get to work. It's a way to move around. It's not it's not a piece of candy. People need cars. You said yourself.
How old is
he? Y'all, one at a time.
How old is he?
He just turned.
No. Don't.
No. Shut up.
We don't need to get too deep in her relationship. Don't do that.
She's volunteering. Why don't you back up? I'm just going to be go somewhere.
Don't answer the question.
He made more.
All right.
Let go. You said you was gonna go. Let me and her have our back and forth. You just had one, and you called her man a bum.
Personalize the girl. She got to go home with this dude. Don't do that.
Okay, but you the one that called him a bum.
I just said why he ain't got no car.
So go on somewhere. You're the one that you're projecting right now because that's what you did.
I got a car. I'm not projecting. How the hell am I projecting?
You're projecting what I'm about to do. You're projecting what I'm about to do with what you just did. I'm not doing that. You did that.
You asked personal questions about the man.
So what?
I just said about a car.
So what? She's talking. So what's your problem?
I'm just saying.
You said you about to go. Bye.
What's your question?
How old is he?
He just turned 40. Y'all are hilarious. The facial expression. So have you ever met a 40-year-old woman without a car, and would you still fuck her? Oh,
Sweeney, I was trying to save her from herself, Sweeney.
Holy shit, my bad, Mr. Let Go. Oh my God. Oh man, I owe you an apology. I owe this man an apology. I would like to say I apologize to Mr. Let Go. God damn it.
Why is that an issue?
I just want to say this, Sweeney. I coach women. I know what a woman is about to say. That's why I said don't ask her that, because I knew the nigga was older.
But why?
Well, it depends. They might be in the major metropolitan area, right? She said North Carolina, but they have places like Raleigh or whatever. Because I know in New York City, Philadelphia, it's not uncommon to not have a car because it's too much of a hassle.
North Carolina.
Yeah, but there's Raleigh, right? Ain't that a metropolitan area? No. Or what?
Hold on, wait. He does have a job.
Charlotte. She could be in Charlotte.
I live in Charlotte, and I live.
He don't work from home.
Hold on.
See, look, somebody in the comments said they was 43 and they didn't have a car.
He's a bum too.
But he said now he got a Benz. So it's like you just gotta, when you get a car, you get one.
He was a bum before he got a Benz.
Hold on, Mr. Lego. Jasmine. You said he got a job, right?
Yes.
He work from home?
He travels. He working like he's a traveling photographer.
Traveling photographer.
So it's like, why would you need a car if you're always traveling? Like,
yo, that's like him being a rapper. Yo,
I'm so sorry, man. Jasmine. I would like to apologize to you.
So it's like he doesn't.
This nigga take pictures of birds.
Take pictures of celebrities. And he makes more money than me. So it's like you don't need a car if he's not home like that to be driving it.
Jasmine, I'm just saying, I tried to save you.
God damn, Mr. Let Go. You tried. Oh man. Oh,
I'll talk to y'all later. I tried to save Jasmine.
With you.
Hold on, y'all. Since I gotta go,
Erica, don't you jump in here. Don't you go.
No. All I was gonna leave with, because I got a couple duties. I'm in Atlanta, so it's almost 1 o'clock. I got school bus and gym duties in a few hours. I did want to say that I did level up the last 3 relationships I had. I did level up those men pretty high. So I feel like
Erica's
I didn't.
Pookie picker. Erica, you a Pookie picker too?
Whatever.
Would you like to be a Pookie picker?
I leveled them up, and so at this point, I want to break. That's exhausting. So
you want a Pookie picker break?
I sure am.
She's on a.
How did you level them up?
That's what it was.
You said what?
Well, you guys.
I pulled out the king in them. You know what I mean? I basically helped them reach those potentials that attracted me to them in the first place. That
so you did what you were supposed to do as a partner.
I'm
not gonna but you know what? It did not work out that well for me, because sometimes I put it like this: where I go, you level them up, and then they go practice to see if that works somewhere else.
Against that, and the thing about it is that should speak to a testament of your character. The fact that it didn't work out, that was one of the risks you took. Regardless, it was a relationship. You get married, the risk you take is divorce. So saying that you leveled them up and they went on to apply those skills with another woman, it just really shows that you weren't doing it because you genuinely wanted those men. You were doing it because you wanted to benefit from the back end of it. But that's what you were supposed to do as a partner. You were supposed to help them succeed.
That's cool, but I'm done with that, y'all. So the next one's has got to be successful. So sorry, but it was great. Yeah, I'm unapologetically gonna be that way right now. It is what it is. I'll tell y'all how that's gonna work out for me next time. But so far, it's looking real promising. I'm just gonna say that.
Now, I will agree that it is very tiring doing that, especially when they level up, they decide to move on and go.
You leveled up some people too.
But the thing about it is, Jasmine,
I think most of us, especially as Black women, I think we have, because we're nurturing in nature.
Hold on. Wait. She said it. Hold on, everybody. She said it. I was just about to say it. Black woman, and I literally wrote this down, and I just didn't say it when we was talking about the last point. Black women have an issue with being a mother to their boyfriends versus being a supporter and a helpmate to their boyfriends. They don't understand the difference. That's why y'all pick these bum niggas who ain't got no job. Because y'all
They had jobs. I said leveled up. They was leveled. I leveled them up.
Hold on. All y'all know is what y'all mama taught y'all, which is how to be a mom. So you get with a dude and you mom and mother your boyfriend versus being a helpmate to your boyfriend because your mama wasn't a helpmate to her husband because her ass wasn't married. There's a big difference between a helpmate and a mother. That's why you get with these bums. And I'm out. I'll talk to y'all later.
You know what? He got a point there, but I'm out with you.
Jasmine.
Oh, you
I don't
leaving with me, Erica?
Huh?
You leaving with me? We leaving together?
Yes,
yeah, let's go.
Oh, he's very successful.
I don't
He'll
think
buy
it
you
has
some ties, eat
anything
your
to do
ass.
with being moms.
I'm buy you some tires.
A lot of this comes from internal issues.
All my cars. But go ahead, Perry.
Girl, I ain't finna deal with Mr. Lego. He always trying to buy some tires and eat ass. But as far as this goes, like when you sit down and you really think about that, a lot of times what it sounds like is we're doing things for men just to reach our end goal. It's not for the benefit of both people, right? Like I don't let men damage me. I don't go into a relationship and think, oh, I tried this time. I gave my all to this one man. I was the best partner for him. So the next time, fuck it, I'm not gonna take this route anymore. Because then you completely omit all the great things in a relationship. You also discount all the shit he did for you. But when you, not you, Erica, but I'm just saying, like, I hear women say that shit all the time. I did this for him. I helped him level up. It hurt to see him move on with a woman. Yes, it hurt because you didn't want him to leave in the first fucking place. But let's be clear. You gave that man that because you wanted that man. Like, you did that because that's who you were. If you're genuinely a nurturing woman, if you're genuinely a good woman, you wouldn't stop and emphasize it based off of one particular man. You would do it in general.
All right, I'm gonna let you have it just because it's late and I don't have nothing else left in me.
Oh, I wasn't arguing with you. I was
no, I understand. I mean, I got a million rebuttals. I just ain't got it in me to do it.
I got I got something to say about everything.
Yeah.
What? I mean, I just don't understand why it's not a problem. But I get that
it's not a problem. But what I'm saying is, this is where your trauma comes from. You're sitting there harvesting resentment because you've been in this one situation, and you will not let another man love you properly because you keep on holding on to what you did in that one situation. Now you're sitting there festering and building up that hurt, and it's suppressing. It's not really going anywhere. That's why we constantly have the same relationships with different men. Instead of you going into every single situation differently, saying, I'm still going to give this man the best version of me. Now, every new man you get with has to work extra harder to fix something he didn't fucking break.
And that wasn't at you, Jasmine. That was that's in general.
Why avidly trying to rebel against men? You let men define you. You let men tell you how to act, how to behave, what it looks like to receive your standards. You let them define everything. The reason why your standards are what they are is because there was a man who hurt you and you weren't able to see exactly what you really wanted because you were trying to get away from the hurt, as opposed to saying, no, I'm this woman in my core. I love like this at my core. I behave like this at my core. You get this type of kindness out of me. You get this type of empathy out of me. You get this type of patience out of me because this is how I love. Y'all go into it and y'all say, the next man ain't getting this.
Jasmine, I would like to say this though to you. I'm assuming that your guy makes relatively good money, right?
Yeah.
Then there would be if he's a traveling photographer and he doesn't spend much time at home or do much driving at home, then there's not necessarily a reason why he will have a car. But if he has his own place in a job, but he travels, it's the same thing like with women who are flight attendants. If most of their job is on the road, I've seen many of them sell their car for damn near dirt cheap or give them away because they don't need them. So if he makes relatively good money and he's a traveler, then I can see why it would be a thing that he wouldn't have a car.
Flight attendants don't make a lot of money. That's probably why they sell it too.
You been a flight attendant?
No, I know some flight attendants. They don't make a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no,
the chat real quick. Ikene, Mr. Let Go, and Trev are suffering from sex. How you say that word? Like sexual.
Sex a symptom?
Yeah. Sex. Is that a word? Never used it. Big at 11, $10 says, but ladies, if your man is Let Go's height and he has to get a good run and jump to get in the bed, you are still going to be in the mood. Reset TV $2. Lauren, you seem like a vibe. 199 Duke Whitfield 199 says, despite our desire for pretty women, men marry average. Congo English $5 says, great discussions like this reveal character and intentions. Queen Sheba 999 said, that's a damn shame. Queen Sheba again says he's painting toes at 40 to make up for the lack thereof. And Shell Shock $5 says these chicks be more nurturing to a bum dude than they be to their own seeds, which is ass backwards. Then self-sabotage a brother standing on his own. I think everybody has contributed to the platform thus far. We'll get up out of here. Y'all good?
So we ain't no after hours. I think everybody here willing to stay.
Got
about 15 more minutes.
All right. Well, if you got to drop off, you could drop off. Anybody can leave. Just drop off. I hang out for a little. I hang out.
Send me twice. I gotta go. And I'm busy.
Rojo Custom Car Therapy $2 says JR said IYK.
If you know, you know.
Okay. Y'all, I'm 56, man. Y'all be in all this. Type it out for me. Man.
I'm gonna give y'all 10 more minutes.
See, even Paris down.
I couldn't find that. I couldn't find that word. What was it? Sexiest system. I couldn't find it. I think it was a typo. I looked. I tried to find it. I typed it in the way I
ain't partying with Sweetie no more. He don't know how to go home, even when he went home.
Wait a minute. Hold on now.
Wait, what?
Wait, what is you talking about?
You be trying to have folks up all night. You got stuff for days. If you a real drinker, you a real partier. Sweetie's house is the place to be. I am going back over there. I'm gonna just make sure he not the person that I'm going over there for.
Hey man, that was for New Year's, man. That don't count.
I think what you was talking about, Paris, about not changing the person you are due to trauma, it's a double-edged sword, because sometimes it can benefit you to make you a better person, but it shouldn't take away your positive qualities, right? That sounds like you did a lot of introspection and got professional help to come to that conclusion, because a lot of people don't really understand that. I was talking about the girl who boyfriend caught the drug case that she took for him, and it completely altered who she was as a woman and how she interacted with men, and that was what was going to prevent her from being able to connect with men moving forward, because she let that experience taint her. And it happened to a lot of people, where they are genuinely sweet people, genuinely kind women that have and possess all the characteristics that men be looking for, and then they get jaded and turn into the version of them that's protected, but they protect them from everything they actually want as well, because it's a repellent. Yeah.
A lot of people think that I have this like adversary against women and stuff like that. Really,
No,
I'm
you
really
don't.
a girl's girl. In a lot of ways, I'm really a girl's girl. I want women to win, but I want women to do it without having to cheat themselves. And I feel like a lot of times in these conversations, we keep regurgitating the same shit. Since I already knew Jasmine and Voices was going to say, well, preferences. Because these are conversations that we keep having, and it's the same talking points. Nobody's actually really thinking and digging, right? And then you have women like Erica. She's older. I know she's my senior. I know she's Jasmine's senior. But when you hear her and you see her story, and she's still out here and she is in the dating pool with us, you have to sit and ask yourself, do I want to be the woman who got all the money and I'm not happy at all? Like, it takes a certain level of comfortability and self-reflection, like you were saying, Marcus, to really get to that point. Like, I'd have been dogged out by a man before he was black. I ain't dated nothing but black men. I'd have been took down through the ringer. But at the end of the day, I learned, like, hey, just because he did that to me doesn't mean that I have to stop pursuing the way that I want to be treated, admired, cared for, and respected, then I don't have to mistreat men in the process because that one man did that to me.
That's why I asked that question. And how exactly has that been working out for y'all? Because the proof is in the pudding. You got to get the results. So and this is what happens with a lot of women, that they deal with somebody and they start picking and choosing different characteristics from each man and building this imaginary man in their head of who they want to be with, and that man doesn't exist. And then you wind up alone by yourself trying to figure out, well, what happened? Or you say, oh, well, I'm happy in the space that I'm in. Well, you're really not. Because you're still harping over the fact that you built up a guy and he turned out and he went a different direction than you. And I like what you said, Paris, when you said you're not doing it because you genuinely want to, because a person that does it because they genuinely want to, it doesn't matter who they encounter after that. You're going to still do the same thing over and over and over again because that's who you are. Now, whether the man appreciates you or not is a different thing, but you can't move based off of what they offer. You can't make decisions and move based off of how somebody responds to your personality or who you are. You can only just be the person who you are.
When I started really growing on TikTok, I remember going viral one time for this story of what this guy, it was like, ladies, what is this crazy thing a man ever asked of you? And I was going viral for the story where I told about this guy who I was dealing with at the time in college. He asked me to get a loan in my name. And I basically like, who the fuck do you think I am? But all in all, like when I told that story, I remember how many women were attracted to me telling that and like trying to relate to me in pain. And from that day forward, I was like, I'll never use my voice to marry hurt. I'll never do it. I will never be the woman that you come on my platform or you talk to me and I'm tearing down a man that I've dealt with in my past who no longer should be attached to me just to build a bond with other women. And that was another reason why I stopped building so many women friendships, because I learned I was building friendships by either us sharing the same pain or us having very much so vain interest. It was never nothing rooted in shit. It's always, oh, you're pretty. I don't even like you as a fucking person. Who cares that you're pretty? Or it was always, oh, girl, he did that to you. Or this. And it's like, why would I want to build a bond with a woman just because we experienced hurt? That's not helping you or me. I can't see you for who I need you to be, and you can't see me, because once this hurt has faded, what if you still in that same spot and I'm not? Then what? Yeah. How do we grow?
I remember having conversations with my, like, when I was talking about earlier when I hit that like post 25 phase where I kind of got self-reflection and did the inner work to figure out why I was, behaving the way I was, right? And I remember being on the phone with them, and it's very much similar to how I'd be in the space sometimes, where they'd be telling me all the crazy shit that they going through with their girl, and I had nothing to say. I'd just be on the phone listening. And then, I try and provide advice, and I'll be listening and listening. Then I realized, like, I literally don't have any of the same issues no more. So I can't even relate to the problem like I used to when I was like doing the bullshit. And those friendships started to dwindle off because we were just in different spaces. And it's not nothing I did. It's not nothing they did. It's just the trajectory of life. My problems wasn't the same. So I couldn't bond the same way. It wasn't like, yeah, she called me cheating last night. I didn't have no more of them stories. And I'm like, nah, girls don't be tripping. You just got to tell the truth. Like sometimes I get met with that on the platforms when I'm like, look, I'm having this experience. They like, no, that's not possible. I'm like, it is, but it requires some work to get to that point. And that's why I don't take offense a lot of times, because I can understand where they coming from, because I've been in that same position before, and I understand how it looked like it's not possible, but it is. It's possible for everybody.
I get that we all have trauma, right? And sometimes our response to the trauma is that, man, I can't believe I'm not going to do that anymore. But my question is, somebody, let's say you experience a lot of trauma from someone. How do you associate your personality to that trauma? How do you say, I'm not going to be the person who I am because I want to avoid the trauma that that person inflicted on me? Like, how do we make those things synonymous? How someone treats us and how we are as a person?
Can you ask that again in another way?
For instance, say for you have, I've heard women say, "Oh man, I'm tired. I will never be the submissive woman again because when I was submissive, I was getting abused."
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you associate your submissiveness with the actions of someone outside of that?
I think it's because it's so a woman being in submissive position is actually extremely powerful, but it's also the most vulnerable she can be because she's allowing the man to be in lead and control. And if he abuses that trust, it then makes that person not see that the person is the one abusing it, but believe that the action is the reason that they were abused. So they start to blame submissiveness or operate in a relationship in good faith as the reason you got treated badly. And
one time I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay, let me hear your disagreement.
I've been there before, and I'm telling you, as a woman with experience, actually, I got a whole video on my YouTube about this. The real reality of it is, it takes a lot of self-awareness and actualization to sit there and say, I allowed this to happen to me. So what's the next best thing to do? Place blame on the man. Because yes, we were both in a relationship and you did know how I feel about you and you did take advantage of that. And you also you betrayed me. You also you hurt me. You intentionally knew these things and you continuously did this behavior. I couldn't make you stop, but I did tell you how I feel. And everything that I did in a response to how I feel, you still stayed, you still chased after me, you still took advantage of it. But at no point in time are you ever hearing women tell you, I allowed that to happen to me. At no time is there ever any self awareness, actualization, or accountability for saying, I did not want that man to do those things, but I stayed. I did not want that man to do those things, but I also encouraged it. I knew the information and I still didn't pick me first. I didn't put me first. I felt weak in that moment. I felt like I was going to lose something without him. You will never hear women just own that. I can say it because I have said I've done it. And the man that did it, me and him are great. We don't have any problems now. And you will never, from this day forward, ever have paradise pairs deal with a man intimately and he say anything bad about me. And I mean that.
So I don't think we disagree, but give me 1 second.
I mean, I agree with that. It's or I don't know. I feel like sometimes it is kind of hard to not bring that baggage into your next situation, just because say you deal with a lot of different types of people and you always go into, like I said, giving it your all, giving it who you are as a person. Like, I'm just going to be the best version. I'm just going to be my loving self, my nice self and stuff. And then you get taken advantage of so much, or you put in years and time with people by trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, not demasculate them, make them feel good, all these different things. And then you still end up unmarried and just without, all the things you want, like the expectations you communicate in the beginning. Like you still end up without these things. So then you start wondering, okay, now when I meet this next person, who's to say he won't do the same thing? Like, so you start wearing that armor, you start wearing that jacket, if you want to call it that. Like, you just start wearing that where it's like, okay, I can do the same thing with you. I can be completely open and vulnerable with you, like I've been in all these other situations, and you can drag me along for another 4 years, and then I'll be not married still and still giving you the best that I got, and you just taking me off the market for other people.
But then when you go back to that, Jasmine, like, have you ever self-reflected? And I can say for me personally, I know what that looks like. But have you ever self-reflected and looked at the women who are your safe space and you go and vent and you recognize how you recognize how you are received when you are venting about the prior issues you had with the men? It's always in a way where it's like we're never wrong. And they can always find a way to make us feel like our irrational behavior is justifiable. We can give every type of advice to manipulate a man, except for leave his ass alone.
Yeah. So, Sweeney, it's kind of like what we were talking about a little earlier, right? Like, where I said, like once you get hurt, it's difficult to not form a defense mechanism, right? Because nobody wants to deal with that pain ever again. That experience when your immune system goes down, you start getting sick. You can't get thoughts out of your head. You feel your regret, your sadness, depression, everything all at once. Right? You don't ever want to revisit that place ever again. So for your next situation, it's very difficult to make yourself that vulnerable again, right? It's almost like if you got in a pool your first time and then you almost drowned. You might be reluctant to get back in that water again. So that second time around, unfortunately, the people that follow that relationship are going to wrath of the person who inflicted the pain on you in the first place, because you don't want to ever be a victim or the person receiving what's happening. You want to make sure that you're good, right? It's a part of human nature. It's not one of the good qualities that we have, but us not wanting the same thing to happen again, we don't want to make that same mistake again. We're going to defend ourselves. And unfortunately, it doesn't allow you to be as vulnerable, and vulnerability is necessary. That trust is necessary for you to have a successful relationship moving on. So you definitely need some healing. But like Paris said earlier, it's difficult for you to have that type of self-awareness to be able to reflect and understand that you're good. And like I was saying a little earlier, we're all the protagonists in this movie called life. We are never the bad guy. No matter what's going on around us, no matter what anybody is doing, even if we're doing wrong, we feel like Robin Hood, where we're doing bad for the greater good. There's almost no one who sees themselves as the antagonist in their life story.
What I was saying earlier about the comment. So I was describing the thought process that leads people to remove themselves from acting on their better self within their better self-interest. What you were describing is a solution or a tangible takeaway from that. So that's like a tool. So it's not in disagreement. It's that this is how it occurs, and this is a tool you can utilize along with other tools to remain yourself, right? So it's not a disagreement.
Still on our street.
I was gonna add that to all of y'all, because all of y'all made great points. I asked a question for somebody in the chat because I had that same question for them, but I didn't know how to ask them without sounding like an asshole about it. But we often because not I hear y'all say they put up a guard, right? But I think not only do a lot of people put up a guard, but you do become the villain in someone else's story. You do become the very thing that made, like, to avoid being hurt, you do sometimes become the thing that does the hurting. And then it creates that vicious cycle of then you jaded or hurt that person when they had nothing to do with what hurt you in your previous life. So Paris is absolutely right as far as having the tools to understand that you being you had nothing to do with why you were harmed or hurt. You may have allowed it to happen to you. It may have happened to you, but you being you wasn't the reason. Because that's what we often tend to do, is say, well, because I was this way for this person and this happened to me, well, now I'm going to go in, I'm going to be the complete opposite of that person with this person who had nothing to do with that. And then they wind up getting the short end of the stick in the relationship. And that's how you go on to ruin relationship after relationship after relationship beyond that point.
But we really just become the little boys who got hurt by that one girl in the 5th grade, And the thing about it is, because we are women, we do far more emotional damage. And that emotional is damning to everybody, because we are the ones who have direct contact with the children and direct contact with the men. We are the mold between the two. And I think it's so important that for the gender that we pride ourselves on having emotional intelligence, we're always looking to emotionally regulate everything. We start actually assessing how we're cheating ourselves. And it's no different than the woman going to get the ring. You stopped doing everything you needed to do in order to sustain the relationship after you got the ring because you overexerted yourself. Nobody told you to do that. You're looking for your soft girl season after you'd have been damaged. Like you're looking for your soft girl season when you concrete. That ain't how that works.
And men do that too with not managing realistic expectations. So that's why, like, if you trying to press somebody by leading with money, especially money you don't have, you find yourself in that same loop where everyone appears to be a gold digger because you set an expectation so high to impress her that you can't maintain. And once that diminishes, and now she looking at you like, hey, what happened? I thought this was XYZ. She's not actually being a gold digger in that moment. You just tricked her because she was believing that this was the lifestyle that you was presenting, and you were presenting a farce in order to gain attraction.
The only thing I have with the money thing, aside from men leading with their wallets, because it's not impressive to me. Like another person's money, for you to be able to obtain status, that's impressive. But for you to just wave around your money, that shit's not impressive to me because the things that I truly have desired in life, they have become accessible. They're in reach. And we're all like, at one point in time, the American dream, it was only sustainable for a certain amount of people. Everybody knew that was the game plan, but only a certain amount of people can acquire it. Now having things that are like luxury items, the shit is not hard. Like it's really not hard to accrue. But when it comes to women, I think my issue with the whole money talk is that we want the availability and equality of being women at our leisure, but at the same time, we want to, how do you put it? We want to punish men for not having the same type of advantages that we have. And until we can actually acknowledge, right? Like a lot of people talk about patriarchy and all these other things, but until we can actually acknowledge that being a woman in itself is a privilege, then we are not going to get anywhere with that conversation because it will always be, oh, well, he a man, he should have to. But if that's the case, then him being a man alone, you should already give him respect. If you feel like you're not equal to men, you shouldn't even have to constitute why you can't respect him.
Paris, I think that there's not very many differences with emotions between men and women, right? We have been conditioned to not act on our emotions, but we feel the same. When we both come out of the womb, we're crying just the same. You can't tell if it's a girl or a boy until you go ahead and look at you know what. So we feel it, but we're not allowed to express ourselves in that same manner without it being called feminine, right? We have to turn it on. We have to make a conscious effort not to look a certain way. Oh, wait, damn. Should I be crying right now? No. This ain't a good moment to cry. Wait, no. Wait, damn. I'm mad. Like, I've had people, like, lose their girlfriend or just get cheated on or whatever. They will bawl out crying, man. Like, it hurts them. And some of them, they're doing some of the most egregious things imaginable behind it. You see a lot of men react emotionally as well. So we're definitely conditioned to do it a certain way, but once we really, really lose it, we're going to do the same damn thing.
Oh, I agree with you, Trev. I don't even think the way we regulate emotions are just equivalent to, well, synonymous to one gender. We all have emotions, but it is marketed as it's like a propaganda that women are the emotionally more stable. And I always say those stats are not used for black women. Ain't nobody in the motherfucking world taking a study where they got American black women talking about we the most emotionally stable. Because I know at the drop of a hat, women will fuck around and they'll bust your windows out, they'll bleach your clothes, they'll put Snickers in your car. I'm talking about they'll go fight your mama. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck when we get mad, we'll go there. We will go there when we get mad. And that's not emotional maturity by far. And I always tell men, a lot of y'all get beside yourselves because you think that a woman who playing crazy, chasing them behind you, wants you so bad. She don't want you. She can't control herself. That's what the fuck that is. She's trying to figure out, what does this feel like? How do I process this? She don't fucking want you. A person who love you would not try to hurt you. She's trying to beat the hell out of you because she don't like the way she feels. She can't understand and she don't know how to process.
Yeah, no, that's always scared the hell out of me. It is that, like, once I see somebody behave in that manner, that's like the quickest way to turn me off and make me just run and hide. Just because you know the fallout of it, right? We're not allowed to really get at women in that way. So if it ever becomes physical or you doing anything, I can't match that energy because I'm going to be penalized differently than you in most cases. So it behooves me to make sure that I manage my emotions because the consequences for me will not be accepted on any level.
Yeah, that's facts.
I think that's a good time to end it.
All right, if you guys
late.
just tuned in, you're late, Mr. Goodwin, man. Make sure you guys follow everybody on the platform. Got a few people that has followed also. Just scroll back, get their Instagrams, subscribe to the YouTube channels. Make sure we all support each other because we all one.
I'll charge you for this content. This was some good ass content. Don't you post me on no Instagram.
Okay. All right. Like I'll tell HR to make sure to keep you up. All right. With that being said, man, great show. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Y'all make sure y'all click that link pinned to the. Well, I don't know what's pinned to the top of the chat now. It's late. Good, Marcus.
Yeah, my daughter woke up and she.
Yeah, I know how it is. I don't miss them days. But we out of here, man.
Bye.